Hey, everybody. Welcome back. It's the Yeah podcast, a special word balloon edition of the Yeah podcast. I got, look at our boys. We got our Baltazar. We got Francis. Hello.
We're here.
I like it. Scoot will be joining us. Skokie will be joining us. Mighty Mike Negin has an online graduation for his boy.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh.
That's
So,
right. He graduated
how about
high
that?
school.
Yes, sir.
Today was his day. Yeah.
Very nice.
He's just annoyed that he doesn't have a window to sit in front of.
I know, exactly. He knew that it would be past sundown New York time, so he couldn't kill any vampires, as he normally does at the beginning of the show. Dracula.
So we could say this is officially welcome to the word balloon edition of the Oh Yeah podcast.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Man, we've already got some questions here.
Oh, that's good.
Is it too early to request that the Goog? Oh, the Googie Nana, the Gooch, pardon me, get some airtime. There's an 8 about to turn 9-year-old in this house who highly values his drawing of the Gooch from Free Comic Book Day. I will be on my best behavior and try not to say anything inappropriate with the
Gucci Nana. I could probably make that happen.
Can you share your screen, sir?
I've already dropped the F-bomb twice already.
It would require me getting up to go get something and then come back.
Oh, you can.
Oh,
But it's
yeah.
possible.
You know,
do
it's all
it.
good. It's all good, man.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this so it doesn't look weird. How do you do it?
problem.
Stop can.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Oh, look, it's Artie's hair with his little pink. I like how he's got the little pink, like right there on the right.
I'm gonna share it to things. Where should I share it? On
What,
my
the
page?
feed?
Yeah.
Man, I was told there'd be no math today. I'm trying to think of.
Are you sharing it on I Like Pink already?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh no,
So I'm
we're on
gonna
I
share-
Like Pink. We're on Facebook, my Facebook page. We're on Twitter via Periscope. And yeah.
Okay,
So
I'm sharing as well. So now we have possibly one extra viewer.
It's true.
Right now.
It's true. No, we're doing good. Numbers are ticking up.
It's been 2 weeks since we potted. We went from podcasting once
Weekly.
every 3 months to once a week during this quarantine, and it's been 2 weeks, and I don't know what to do with myself now.
We're very busy. Very busy. That's
Very
all right.
busy.
Everybody's got various things. Oh, even on Twitch, everybody. How's it going? Thank you, Hobbit from Pennsylvania. It's a pleasure.
Twitch. Oh,
Welcome.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
I've never been on a Twitch before.
I have a Twitch account, and I did one live talk with Mike Norton, and then I didn't do anything for years.
I just did a talk on the Oh Yeah Comics page with the guys, and I made fun of Mike Norton just like that. So
Exactly.
We have a mystery on our hand.
Julie, get the
I have a
bug,
special-
get the bugs.
Take swig.
Oh, nice. What are you drinking, Arthur?
Oh, it's just diet soda. Whole
Nice.
bunch of it. Real cold.
I have iced cafe, and I have some LaCroix.
Ooh,
And
LaCroix.
it's the combination of raspberry and cranberry.
Mm.
So I expect to take a lot of Tex Avery's during this.
I feel very, very insignificant because I have water.
I normally just do water, but I had to make a new filtered jug.
I
So,
gotta stay hydrated and awake because I gotta drive girls home after. I gotta pick up or something like that. Yeah, they're
Hey
teenagers.
Johnny, want to see my champions page that I sold today?
I saw you shared it with us, and now it's finished.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow, nice. All right, now here I'm going to do something. Hold on a second. No, put it back up for a minute, Francis, because I want to see if I can isolate you. Oh no, that's Arthur.
Look, it looked good. My
There we
drawing
go.
looked good. Looked like it had sunglasses on.
They were smiling,
we'll
too.
do a fashion show with Artie in a second. But yeah, look at that. There's Herc, and there's the Ghost Rider, and the
Hercules.
Widow.
Hercules
I
on
was
there.
working on this late last night with Artie on the phone, and I kept showing him iterations of it, different steps along the way.
I understand.
I have somebody here by special request. I have a guest,
Ooh.
and it's a very cuddly guest, very loving. And now that we found it,
Isn't that the noise?
now that we found it, it's real hard for it to. It doesn't go away. It's like always wants to sit on your lap.
There it is.
The
it's real big,
Gucci
though.
The Gucci Nana's here.
So big.
It's so big.
There's a Gucci Nana for special request. See, hello. The Gucci Nana takes up all the space. Down boy.
Did you guys see on the news the lady that addressed the Florida the lady that addressed the Florida State Assembly, and at the end of her rant about like that she does, you're taking away our rights by making us wear masks during the pandemic, and it ends with, "Are you part of the black state? What about Hillary Clinton? What about the deep state?" And it reminded me of that scene, and I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, when the homeless guy makes the wedding toast, and he's like, "KKK, got microphone in here, and Elizabeth Taylor is Bigfoot."
I actually shared that video. Someone took that video and intercut it with footage from Parks and Rec. So it's like you're in a living Parks and Rec episode. It's very funny.
Oh, the lady from the assembly, or the guy making the toast?
It's just a super cut of all these different people complaining about wearing a mask, and they spliced it into footage with Parks and Rec.
When Patton Oswalt was addressing the assembly, or no?
No, they just show the reactions from Leslie Knope and Ron Swanson and all that stuff.
I got you. All right, that's cool.
Oh yeah, live show.
There you go. Yeah, how much did it cost us to get you back, Arthur? Jesus.
How much did it cost?
You're almost a guest on your own show, sir.
Yeah, we have to renegotiate your contract, didn't we?
Yeah, it's kind of like everything has a line up. Everything has a line up and sync up. It's like two magnets that repel. You got to just turn it the other way and hopefully you catch it. I don't know. I don't know
Johnny
why.
Carson. I only do 2 days a month, and then it's best of Carson for the rest of the month.
I know.
Johnny, is this what it feels like when we broadcast a show from my studio? Because I feel like I have nothing to do right now because
I know it's a good feeling, isn't it? You see, this is why I fall asleep, because I'm not tending to the chat. I'm not worried about anything, and I find myself in the middle of a Mike Negin asking for again
for sunblock
for the DJ Jazzy Jeff calendar or whatever.
Oh wait, he's not going to be on the show. We're not going to find out where it came from.
Yeah, that's
we can't spend 10 minutes asking where it came from.
Well, hello everybody. Oh no, that's Skokie. I'm sorry, I was just imitating Skokie. I wasn't even thinking. I thought I was doing Negin for a second. So,
man,
swig for the working man. There it goes. Swig for the working man. Say, do you know?
How about that special guest, Nana?
Yeah.
Chris Connolly. Isn't he the guy that we used to? Oh, thanks for the special guest. Yeah, Good Nana. Thanks you too.
There you go.
The Good Nana answered the howls. That's how we knew. We had to call it out. We called for the howls. Just got the notification. Yeah. We had to call for the Good Nana howl.
There you go. That was kind of.
And then it showed up.
Now I'm with you.
Yeah, but it lives in my house now. It stays on any couch it wants to, and it stays pretty much anywhere. It's not a lot on my bed. I got to get off the bed.
I just want to say that it's nice to have normal lighting on the show for a change.
Yeah,
that's great. So
the lights I have are regular. They're in my house. Yeah,
it's like a mini lightsaber. It's like a light dagger.
I like it.
I don't know why I can't see you guys. I can't.
Yeah, I don't know. Exactly. No, and then you got to go. So, guys, I was.
You got to go.
And then I tell him, fix your microphone and out of the bad guy. Once again,
let me get some tissue paper to crumple up as I'm talking to you guys. Hold on.
A Cheeto bag would be good.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. That's good pod. I want to build a deck.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. They say the neon lights are bright at Franco's.
At the Copa. Sorry,
Ron. With Franco. He was a showgirl.
Mm-hmm.
My wife saw me. Yeah, my wife saw me getting ready, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go pod now. And I put the glasses on. Before I'm going to go pod now, I'll put the glasses. She goes, wait, why do you need those glasses? And I said, because they're cool. They're for the podcast. And she went, oh, okay.
Warm
for Yoko chips.
Last
I feel
Friday,
like I need glasses too.
I have glasses. If I put them on, I can't see anything. I did that for Shelly Bond because she and China Cluxton Flores we did a fun talk about garage bands. Nice. And it was so cute. And Shelly's like, and you better dress up. And she kept like threatening me with emails. And I'm like, cool? So I got a fedora and I put on one of my nice jackets and everything. And I swear to God, I looked like the grandfather from Pawn Stars. Corey, man,
you can get those. You could get those giant old man glasses that fit over your glasses.
Well, I didn't.
We should all wear those.
So like Harry Carey.
Hey,
hey.
The big giant ones.
They look blocky, yeah.
I should go to exactly. If they ever have amusement parks again, I got to get the giant sunglasses. Exactly, like that.
I've been ordering all kinds of neckwear for my shows. I got the cravats and I got bow ties, and I just ordered some bandana scarves. It's pretty cool. So I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna wear a scarf like the Scooby Doo guy, like Fred.
Absolutely. Hey, gang. I love that Frank Welker has been playing that role for like 51 years, literally.
Yeah.
Like ever since the beginning, it's still Frank Welker is still Fred.
Yeah, he's the same guy.
Yep. And he can still do that voice.
You can still hear it too. Like
we
just watched the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, and Frank Welker does the voice of Iceman, and you could tell. And we're watching it. Yeah, and we're watching it, and even Sonny said, "Wait, he talks like Fred from Scooby Doo."
That's funny.
That's the same guy. It's Frank Welker. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
And there's another famous lady does the voice of Aunt May, but I forget her name.
Oh.
Yeah, she's famous. Marissa Tomei?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, in the movies, yeah.
Exactly.
But on the Spider Friends.
I still imagine Marissa Tomei doing it.
She could be all sexy.
Yeah. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. It's still Marissa Tomei in my head. Peter.
Yeah, she changed the landscape. That's for sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
They made a nice transition from the grandma lady from the Tobey Maguire movies to the flying nun in the Andrew Garfield movies, who's a little cuter and everything.
She's flying. She's got a helicopter.
I'm a fan.
One rudder at least.
And then finally we get
that's right.
Then we get Marissa Tomei, Aunt Hottie, as Iron Man calls her.
Yeah, I still have to see the 2 Spider-Man movies. I haven't seen them yet. I have my DVD here. Yeah.
They're good.
I have to watch them.
They're much better than the Andrew Garfield movies. No fault of Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, they were not good. Yeah, those were bad.
Yeah,
I like Four Stick better than those two.
I like the first Andrew Garfield one.
Yeah. It made me sad. I don't know. I need to go outside and hold a cup or something in the rain. I felt better after that. But I had to start the cup by myself. I had to already put a few coins in there.
I think the first movie, the Sam Raimi, the first Tobey Maguire movie in particular, I think it still holds up, and I think Spider-Man 2 still holds up.
Yeah, they're great. They're real good.
I still like the first Andrew Garfield one. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. I like moments of it. The whole movie has a story.
Moments.
I don't like the Uncle Ben stuff, but I don't like when he forgot the eggs. But I like when he fights the lizard. And they fought when they fought in the library with Stan Lee. That was cool.
Yeah, wasn't that the second one, or was that the first one?
I think it was. I think it was in a school when he's fighting the lizard.
They kind of blur.
Yeah, the second one, I don't know if I ever saw the whole thing.
I don't know about that, Wayne. I still even as lame as Spider-Man 3 is. I like it better than the 2 Garfields.
No,
I like Spider-Man 3 a lot.
Oh, there you go, Jim Foray.
I like them all. Hell with it. I like them all. They're all fun and they got fun stuff. June Foray. That's it. Yeah, she was. I think she's the voice of Aunt May in that. I can't confirm, but I'm just guessing because I hear the voice.
All right, how about you're dangerously close to your comment limit? I'm warning you now.
What did he say? Something awful, Peter Parker?
No, he said, yeah, he's all right. He said Garfield wasn't bad as Spider-Man, but he was an awful Peter.
Yeah, he was too good looking for Peter.
He was too mean.
But Romita's Peter was very good looking.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, but Peter was never a bully in the comics. It's not who he's supposed to be.
I don't know. Again, I don't blame the actor. I blame the writing.
I like his hair, though. He had good hair. He had good Yoko Chip's hair. It was good and high, thick. It was denying gravity.
High and tight on the sides.
Head hopper. Here, I'll do a doc for you.
Yeah.
Marty!
Gravity meant nothing to that man's hair.
There we go.
He hung upside down and stood that way. It didn't go up. It was already up. Greetings, gentlemen. Dante's hair.
Speaking of no hair, what do you think about Michael Keaton coming back for the Flash film?
I'm glad you brought it up. Yes. I wanted to talk about the rumors. I'm totally for it.
I hope he plays Batman and not the Flash. That's the thing I'm worried about. Like we already have the other
playing Batman. Flash. Relax.
He's returned. Michael Keaton returns in the Flash. But why? Make him Batman.
You know that.
I'm real confused. They already have Wesley Shipp as the Flash. They should fight. Ooh, that would be cool.
Look who's joining us, everybody.
Oh, there he is.
Hello, everyone.
Hey,
well, hello, everyone.
Hello there.
Can
you guys hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you sound good.
What'd you say? Huh?
I had technical difficulties. That's why I was delayed. But
Could you find the link okay? Because I wasn't sure if I was sending it properly or not.
That was part of my problem, too. I was looking at the wrong link. It was like a generic StreamYard link, so I had to go to the
specific studio.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No,
that was probably me.
I just made a left turn at Albuquerque. Bugs Bunny.
Nice.
I usually get distracted by hot links. That's about it.
Hot links.
Hot link or chicken. I don't know. Let's go with hot link.
Abraham Linkage.
I hope Keaton plays a Batman Beyond like Bruce, where he could lead to a Batman Beyond movie.
I think that's a given. I really do, Dante. I think that is a given.
Yeah, I want him to be Batman, real mad. And then I want him and Henry Cavill to share the screen. That would be cool.
I think that'll happen as well. And actually, that is even more Frank Miller-esque if they eventually do a Dark Knight Returns, because even though Batman looks so old and stuff in the Frank Miller story, Superman still looked very vital and young. Because
they said Henry Cavill signed up for multiple cameos. Yep. And it sounds like the same thing is with Michael Keaton, too.
Yep.
Oh, that would be cool. And
that's the plan.
I think the movie people learned from the TV people. That's how you connect everything. And they brought the Flash in there to meet the other Flash. And they looked at each other funny, and then they kissed and he left. That's what they have to do. Did they? They didn't. No, that was.
They should have kissed. Version. It would have been cool.
They wanted to.
They totally
wanted to. Especially the guy with the red outfit.
In my mind,
as opposed to the other guy with the red outfit, I'm confused.
In my mind, they did.
They did. That's why I paused it, and then I said, "Kids, close your eyes." They all close your eyes, and I went. I unpause.
I take a frame shot of that image and then Photoshop them closer together.
Yeah, closer and at an angle. Mm-hmm. And the more famous actor gets the nose time. His nose is closer to the camera. If you notice that in the movie.
I didn't know that.
They usually give it to the woman. But if it's the leading man's George Clooney and the woman is not as leading, they let George Clooney's nose be
Dante's making an assumption. Exactly. There you go. A little soul kiss for the boys. Yeah. But Keaton's like 68. Is it smart to put him in a suit? You are assuming that he will be in a suit. I wouldn't. Just like Kevin Conroy wasn't in a suit. But more so Kevin Conroy in the Crisis.
Why can't you put him in a suit? And
I think you can.
When he was in Spider-Man as the Vulture, he was in a suit.
He's still thin and physical.
No, he looks good.
Mm-hmm. And the other guy, Iron Man's, he's like 68 or 72 or something. Downey Jr.
No, he's in a suit. He's 55. Back off.
Is he?
I
don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't have the internet in front of me.
He's 68.
He's 68.
Hold on. I'll check.
Ooh.
Exactly, Hulk. Hulk typing. Hulk must type. Type Hulk.
Space.
I don't like Ezra Miller's Flash uniform. It looks like a car. I don't like how it's so armored.
Yeah. He looks like athletic gear.
Oh, I don't even think that.
That's what I thought the Spider-Man from Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, the first one, he looked like a basketball. Like his head looked like he took the basketball and stretched it on him and put eyes.
Very textured.
But it was neither
your protection or pleasure.
People say this. Pleasure. I'm going to say now. It was neither here nor there.
Interesting.
I don't even know what that means, but I said it.
You're blowing my mind.
I'm all about the cliches.
What you're saying is it was neither here nor there.
It was in the middle where they kissed. That met the universes met with that kiss. Just like Ray and Palpatine's kid, those two. When they kissed. They didn't have to kiss.
That's why I wanted to be surrounded by 4-year-olds watching that movie, and when they kissed, and everyone goes,
like, "Oh, what the?" See, they didn't have to kiss, but the two Flashes needed to. They needed to, not have to. They needed. It would have been better.
When Palpatine and Ray kiss, like the little tongue action from Palpatine was sexy.
Uncle Palpatine,
the gnarled and missing fingers, and then a little bit of the tongue. It was good.
Now, did he Palpatine? Did he get it on? Did he fall in love and have affection for that bald blue lady that was in his balcony chair at the opera? Was that like the mother, or did he create Rey with the midichlorians influence like he did with Vader? So technically, all right, this is going to blow your mind again.
You're already doing it.
Technically, Rey and Kylo are related because technically, Palpatine is both of their Palpatine is Kylo's great grandfather. right? Great grandfather.
Well, technically, they're all related because they've all come from the original Jedi Masters, Adam and Eve. So they were
Jedi Master Adam.
I want to address Dante's rumor that I'm assuming he got from Latino Weekly or whatever. Latino Review. Yeah. No, I haven't heard that rumor. I don't even think that's real. But I
think you're making it up, Dante.
Exactly.
I hope they should put him in pitch.
But if you look at the Deadpool movie, there's a cameo of Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern in that.
Yep. He's on a trading card.
Oh, and he has an action figure of the other Deadpool too.
And in the second movie, isn't it when he time jumps and everything? Doesn't he time jump a Green Lantern moment as well? I forget.
He does. Yeah, I forget. I like those movies. Those are fun.
I like the second one fine. I have never felt a need to watch it again because that kid is so annoying.
Oh, I like him.
I mean, he's just screaming all the time. It's like, Jesus,
Yeah, he's an
like
actual
some Ritalin and shut up, Jesus.
I think he's supposed to be Rusty, right, from the X Factor. I forget, but my favorite scene was when Deadpool or Cable's shooting at Deadpool really fast, and he's blocking all the bullets, and they're only like 2 feet away from each other.
but he didn't block any of the bullets. He got shot.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he's a
Mark Bernardin on Fat Man Beyond saying that Ryan is going to show up as Green Lantern in the Snyder Cut. That's very interesting.
I don't know who Mark Fat Man is.
Mark Bernardin, I love that guy. He was on Word Balloon last week. He's Kevin Smith's co-host, and he's He writes. He wrote on Carnival Row, Mark Guggenheim's show.
I like that show, yeah.
And why am I blanking? What else did he write, guys?
I believe
Your Mama.
Angels?
He wrote Your Mama.
He wrote Your Mama, exactly.
You know what? If I was directing a DC Comics Justice League movie,
Picard. Wayne is right. He's going to do
some my Green Lantern.
Who would be? You
would. You and Kilowog would be partners. Yeah. I digitally enhance you and put you in the movie. Flying around with your earbuds hanging out your pocket.
You might, exactly. Yeah, I would drop the ring would drop out of my floppy pants.
And then you would turn into human naked with a barcode and then fall.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that Mark wrote on Alphas. That's amazing. That's fantastic.
Alpha
and yes, he's written many comics. He's written for and also not only Dante did he write for Dark Horse in the 90s. He wrote a great series for Wildstorm that right now the name of which is making me blank. I can never remember anything. But Francis, Mark is writing season 2 of Pickard, Star Trek Pickard.
Is that still good, that show?
It wasn't good in the first season.
I know they have Data in there and
Data
girls or something. Saw the Star Trek guys.
Speaking of two characters that should have kissed on a show, Picard and Data. I dream about you every night, Data.
Is Picard a homosexual on the show?
Back off, sir.
Yeah, he kissed that young girl.
He likes
the ladies, right?
Yeah, he could swing both ways, like Captain Kirk,
like Magneto. Because I know
I did not know that Mark wrote on Treadstone, and yes, he wrote. I did know about Castle Rock. Thank you, Wayne. Wayne's coming through.
Wayne, why don't you just list everything he didn't write on at this point? Because that would be a smaller list.
He also wrote for Entertainment Weekly and Playboy. No, Mark's plugged in, man.
He also wrote The Adventures of Bob Hope.
How you doing, ladies and gentlemen?
That's fake news. Don't believe that.
I like that one. Oh, Teresa Dunn's here. Should you be on Baby Watch?
Congratulations!
Yeah.
The pitch for that.
Look at her hat.
To kill off the Fox heroes to join the MCU. No, I didn't hear that pitch, but that sounds lovely.
Yeah,
I like her hat.
Which Fox heroes would he kill off? Who are the Fox heroes?
I don't
know. Force Stick is
I'm assuming all the X-Men from the Fox movies. I don't know.
I think they should bring them all.
And Force Stick, exactly.
People are getting upset now because it's on Disney Plus.
See, Two Sheds is right. Picard stunk.
I'm never gonna watch it.
Hello. Ever. It's a mystery guest.
Hello there.
Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, have you guys heard about Foamy-Wan Kenobi? This is a real thing.
I don't know if we should bring that up on the show right now.
Yeah, I think that's very popular in many prisons.
Foamy-Wan.
Foamy?
This is a real thing.
Hey, come here. Check out my foamy wand.
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
Here's my foamy wand. Hold on.
You can't win, Darth. My suds will destroy you.
This is young Obi-Wan. This is Ewan McGregor Foamy-Wan. This is from I saw this on Instagram. Somebody posted this picture of a dummy, a foam dummy they made of Ewan McGregor for Revenge of the Sith for when Anakin has to pick him up and carry him around. Of like a foam version of him. And it's so creepy. He just looks dead. Like, it looks just like him, but his eyes are closed, and he's just standing there. And then you see another picture of Anakin, like, carrying him around over his shoulder. It's great.
I'm quite sudsy, yes.
Yeah. I'm foamy one.
I thought it was like, because don't you guys remember, and again, Skokie might be too young, but don't you guys remember when we were kids, and they had, like, the Mr. Bubble products that were, like, cans of foam, and they had like I remember a Spider-Man one and a Superman one and a Batman one.
I would shoot them up into different places.
Do you remember
I don't want to know where they were shot up, sir.
Oh yeah,
that feels wonderful, Batman.
Things got real soapy real fast.
Great Scott.
Do you remember the song Mr. Bubble?
Please.
Mr. Bubble in a tubble, get your squeaky clean, Mr. Bubble in a tubble, and clean, 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 Mr. Bubble, bubble, bubble in a tubble. Yeah, having a good time, ooh, yeah, and you get it nice and dirty. It's so much fun, ooh, getting clean and getting dirty.
Now we're going to have to pay a copyright fee.
Bubble, bubble in a tubble. Yeah.
Procter & Gamble on line one.
Mm-hmm.
Cease and desist, please.
See, you didn't know yet. The famous cartoonist also sings the hits.
Well, you're dressed for your beatnik style right now, son. So I'm looking forward to some fine spoken word jazz from you.
You got to clap at your fingers. Yeah, nobody cares. So let's see what this says.
I liked all of it.
Picard and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle characters.
No. I would say that Picard would be better if it had more of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles characters. But I don't want them to ruin Worf for me. I understand.
I don't know.
You want more next gen characters than Picard.
Oh, the Next Generation.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna watch that.
I think it would have been good. He's not a very merry man. I am not a merry man.
Picard?
It's a great episode. Yes.
Worf.
He's quoting Next Generation episodes right now. So, Teresa Dunn will buy your coffee shop album, Marty.
I might just go to coffee shops and start singing on stage.
Yeah, but Teresa, if you get that, don't let the kid listen to it, because then he'll start singing songs like that.
I also had the other song, I Am the Hulk. I sing that one. You know, Ken Nordine.
Yes, he was the creator of Word Jazz, and his son was his producer, Ken Nordine Jr. And my brother-in-law, when I was trying to break into broadcasting and stuff, was like to Junior, "Hey, can you give my brother-in-law some tips? He's trying to break in." And he's like, "No."
How about my wife?
Didn't hold it against the old man, but Junior, I'm not a fan.
Junior
was Ken Nordine.
The kids are not always as nice as the fathers, I guess.
It's true.
Look at Anakin and his kid.
Although I have to confess, I get these questions now after 30 years in radio. And hey, my son is graduating from college. He really wants to break into voiceovers. And I'm like, well, when they find out, let me know.
Yeah.
Because not all of us are doing narration on, butt paste books.
Ooh. For hemorrhoids, yeah. Not everybody can be that lucky.
You did that, right, Skokie?
Oh yeah, it's out there. Go to Amazon, go to iTunes, go to audible.com, and you can find how to cure hemorrhoids the natural way. I
have a lot of Audible credits. I really should get one, and we should interject some quotes from Skokie on cayenne pepper butt paste for your roids.
I think you'd really enjoy it. And if you don't want to spend the credits, if you don't want to spend the money, I understand. Hey, times are tough.
Oh, he's jabbing my Patreon commercial. I know times are tough.
So what you can do is you can go and listen to the sample. There's a roughly 30-second Mario picked up the book. Mm-hmm. Yes, and I'm sure Mario, you're never going to have hemorrhoids again now. You're welcome.
Mario's got butt paste right now.
Exactly,
That's
Dr.
Right.
Cayenne's butt paste.
That's right. I mean, it's discreet. You never know. People don't know you're wearing it.
They deliver it in a black bag. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it's you make it yourself.
Kevin.
You mix it up yourself.
Kevin took your. Oh, I'm sorry. Please.
No. Listen to the sample. That's all I'm saying. You'll hear the music, the heroic music at the beginning. It gets you going.
Yeah. There was a special effects guy years ago. I want to say in true name Dick Smith, I think.
Go on.
Early in my teaching career, I was teaching a class where we were doing where they had to make their own movie trailer, and I thought it'd be great to have this guy call in, or he was close by to here where I live, and I called him up and I said, hey, would you give me or some of the kids some tips on how to do special effects makeup? And he's like, no, why would I do that? Nobody's going to come to my class or see. Why would I give you my job? And he hung up on me. I'm like, oh, thanks a lot, buddy. So,
yep.
That's what Ray Harryhausen. Ray Harryhausen told me that when I met him.
He was mean?
Yeah, he was confused. First, he was like 108 years old, and you needed to press a button on a table to activate him because he was just dying. So you press the button, and he had picked up the pen. And I had a book. He was like
one of his own stop motion creations.
Yeah, he was selling a flyer, something. I had him sign whatever you saw him to get signed. I bought it, and then I said, "Can you sign this to Sonny, please?" He's a big fan. He goes, "Sonny, what the hell kind of name is Sonny for a boy?" I'm like, "It's his name." All right. And he gave it to me. Here. That was it. That was my.
You should have brought up Sonny and Cher, and he goes, don't listen to that new wave.
He was
music.
mad. I think he wasn't done napping, But that's my experience. I like the guy, but that's what happened.
I met him in 2006 at San Diego with Ray Bradbury. So it was the two classic Rays. Both of them could not have been nicer. And of course, I immediately gushed when I met them. I'm like, it's a real honor to meet both of you. And no, they were cool. They were nice. They were nice to me.
I had a Ray Bradbury encounter. I was in college. I was about 20.
I was going to say, was it in your bathroom? Because that'd be scary. But...
Yeah, was it a foamy Ray Bradbury?
He was behind the Jeff Goldblum curtain.
He was just there. Yeah, he let himself in.
Hello.
I was in California. I was on a trip through school. I was in college, and one of the things we got to do was meet Ray Bradbury. So he came, he met with us, and we all gathered around and we listened to him talk for an hour.
Let me interject. Did you yell out Fahrenheit 454 as loud as you could, or
I did.
Wrong title, but thank you.
Okay,
454.
454. That was.
It's 3 degrees hotter.
Yeah, it's global warming, Johnny.
It's like Spider-Man 2.1 when they would do those extended DVDs.
So yeah, he was telling us, sharing his wisdom. He hated animation. He hated visual effects, which is what I wanted to get into at the time. So I'm sitting there, and he's like, "Yeah, all these fireworks and all these cartoons."
Fireworks.
Yeah, he called them fireworks, and he meant like all the CG stuff. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "Oh, that's what I want to do, though." Oh, I'm not going to say anything. So
that's hilarious.
We finish up. He gets up, and we all kind of followed him outside, and there was a limo that pulled up to take him away. And as he's getting into the limo, he looks at all of us, and he just yells out, he goes, "Where's the orgy?" And we're all standing, we're all kids, like, not expecting that to come out of this guy. Right? This like classic, author. And he gets in the limo and drives away, and that was it. Nobody answered. Nobody had a good answer for Ray when he asked.
That's awesome.
My favorite Ray Bradbury story is in the very early, or either late 50s or very early 60s. He was at a dinner party, and he's like, we're going to be on the moon. And everyone laughed at him. And he said, "No, we really are." And they wouldn't believe him. So he's like, let me have the names and phone numbers of everyone that doesn't believe me. And he took down like 10 names. So when Armstrong was on the moon 10 years later, he called them, and all he said was like, "Hello?" And all he would say was, "Stupid SOB," and he'd hang up.
That reminds me of my astronomy teacher in college. He was like this long-haired, older guy, hippie, very, very, hippie. And he went off one day talking about crotch sprays and how they were going to ruin the earth. And he would yell that out, "Oh, you damn kids with your crotch sprays!" And we're like,
yeah, the ozone. He's concerned. Yeah,
on foamy Juan Kenobi apparently.
Yeah, it's foamy Kenobi.
I want to narrate a book about that.
I'm going to write a book about that. I want you to narrate it.
I'm in. I'm sold. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. The jug. There it is.
That would be a good mashup. Yes, indeed.
Where's the hydrate commercial?
I know. The great taste of water comes in a jug. I know. I asked you to send me a commercial so I could.
I didn't have time. I'm sorry.
I understand. No, I understand. You were having trouble putting tinfoil on your antenna as you were trying to broadcast from All Yeah Comics today.
That was funny. Yes.
Wow.
I like it.
It's good stuff.
I commented.
You should go watch that video. It's on Facebook Live right now.
You might want to skip like 10 minutes ahead.
No, was it rough in the beginning?
Watch the whole thing. It's great.
Break out the hammers.
I saw one you posted of Walter and Louise Simonson. I watched like about the first 10 minutes of it. I just want to hang out with those people. They're so nice.
They're so fun to hang out with. They came and did a signing at the New York store. My favorite part of the signing was going to dinner with them afterwards and listening to them tell stories.
I bet. I believe it.
You know, Walter, during the pandemic, his beard is just growing and growing. First of all, when it got really big, I'm like, live from the Rock of Eternity, it's Shazam. and I call him Shazam, and he loves it. He laughs, which is great. And I was talking to Tom King, Mitch Gerrits, and Doc Shaner last night, and he popped in because he and Tom just wrote a 10-page Batman story for that Detective 1027 that's coming out, the 1000th issue of Detective with Batman in it. And they're doing the same thing they did with Action 1000 and everything. So, I did that story with Tom King, John. That's my Walter Simonson.
Nice.
I like that guy.
I love that guy. He's the best.
That guy.
He makes me smile like I'm on a date.
I understand. I get it.
I'm giddy. I'm all giggly.
He was signing. He was autographing at New York Comic Con one year. Our buddy Ed Cato, has the license for Captain Action.
Yeah.
And he had a bunch of great artists do sculpts for the masks for Captain Action.
Yeah.
And there's a very Walt Simonson Thor looking mask and stuff. So I was at a distance, and it was my first smartphone, the infamous Storm from BlackBerry or Blueberry. You know what I'm saying? BlackBerry, I believe.
It's good cereal too.
The worst of the smartphones, the not very smartphone, the short bus of the smartphones, if you will.
His junior year smartphones. They didn't graduate.
So
yet.
I was trying to take a picture, and it really, wasn't in focus and stuff. And I put it up on Facebook, and he's like, "Yeah, nice out of focus picture of me, John."
I remember that. Yeah.
So yeah, there's that.
That's funny. That's the kind of phone that went to phone college, but never graduated.
Exactly. The slacker phone. Exactly.
Yeah, it dropped out.
I was told there'd be no texting today. Yeah, that was the worst, Dante.
BlackBerry Storm.
Yeah, I had that for like a year, and then immediately got an iPhone and never looked back. I'm like, yeah. No.
Oh, you want to talk about dead technology? I was one of the first guys to buy a Zune.
I had a Zune.
Yeah, I hated
just like Starman or Star-Lord in Guardians too.
I couldn't figure out how to use the thing. I took it back the same day and got an iPod.
That's fine.
I don't know what that is.
That was the Microsoft version of an iPod.
Maybe BlackBerry should just stick to cereal,
or fruit.
I'm a cartoonist.
Exactly.
Where's Mike Negin? Well, I'll be him.
He's graduating.
I don't know where my DJ Jazzy Jeff air freshener came from.
Exactly.
Where did it come from?
Can we just unearth that mystery again? Can we talk?
Did you not send it to him?
No.
I don't think.
No.
I don't think we went through it enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Did he receive it in the mail or something? I don't watch stuff.
Don't make me turn my camera off. We all know what I do when I turn my camera off.
Go to sleep?
No.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking sexual.
I didn't send it to him. I do have I have a photo of Foamy Wan Kenobi.
Please.
I don't know.
Yeah, we need it.
Can I share my?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I will isolate you, sir. Okay. Finally,
it's gonna isolate
the Englishman in San Diego has taught me how to isolate pictures now.
Hello, love.
Yeah, you're solo now.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Let me see it.
Okay, sharing is easiest.
Where's it? You're on.
Screen.
You're in the spotlight right now.
He didn't read the. He didn't read the manual. That's all right.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I see it. All right, hang on.
And you complained about my show before.
Oh yeah, podcast.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh.
There it is.
Oh, Anakin.
It's Sleepy Wan Kenobi.
Did you know during production of Revenge of the Sith, the Creature Shop created a lightweight foam rubber dummy of Ewan McGregor? That's me, Anakin, for Hayden Christensen to carry in the scenes where Obi-Wan was rendered unconscious.
Okay, I didn't know he was foam rubber. I assumed he was like soap foam.
Foamy Wan Kenobi.
Dummy, I'm no dummy, Anagut.
That's like in Batman v Superman. Zod's corpse wasn't really Michael Shannon. It was a foam rubber dummy. Dummy.
I should get one of those. I need one for conventions, you know?
That was my nickname in high school, foam rubber dummy.
I used to like Foamy Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. He looked like he was dead. He looked like a corpse.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that movie again now. I just saw it. I just saw it a few days ago, like last week. I gotta watch it again. It's kind of calm, like Norton.
Where did the air freshener come from? We should really
from the air.
Shut up. Forget I'm God. I was so ready if it was still sunlight or if he had stupid bright lights on, I was going to play God and be like, yeah, that's great. Guess what? Now you're gone. Okay.
I shifted to the Greg Brady spot.
This is like volleyball. All right. So instead of playing commercials every now and then, we'll just, it's time to rotate.
Yeah. No, I want to be up there. I want to be back in my original slot.
No. All right. Hold on. I'll take myself out. Rotate.
Oh, yeah. Comics. He's gone.
Oh.
He's always going to come back in the same spot.
Hey, it's just us now.
All right, I give up. I'm sorry, buddy. I tried. I really tried.
You're hosting. You always show up in the same spot.
I'm always where I need to be every time. When are we going to talk about the ghost stories, though? That's been promised.
No, that's been teased. We've been teasing it. I don't think
we'll just wait till October. We'll wait till October.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, Halloween. Sure. Yeah.
It's only like 2 months, so we're good.
Yeah, we'll hold off on the ghost stories till October.
I'm for it.
I think.
That's cool. Man, I got a ton of TV I got to watch now. New Twilight Zone is ready. New Doom Patrol is ready.
They make new Twilight Zones?
Yeah, second season, sir. It's on
really?
CBS. Yeah, Jordan Peele is the new Rod Serling.
Jordan Peele from P and Peele?
Yeah, from P and Peele. That's right. Exactly. That's the water sports version of Comedy Central show. P and Peele. Exactly.
Wow, is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know this exists.
Well, because he Artie, he made those horror movies, Get Out. And Us. Was Us the second one?
Did he make those too?
Yeah.
Did he make those funny ones too, or was those the Wayans brothers? Right. I think he did those too, didn't he?
I don't think so.
Maybe.
No.
I know it was the Wayans.
I think the comedy was all the sketch stuff, and Keegan-Michael Key still does comedy. But no, Jordan Peele, I think, surprised everybody in the best way with Get Out. Get Out's an amazing movie.
Yeah, I heard a lot about it.
And I think because of that, that's why CBS was smart and kind of got him to do the new Twilight Zone. I didn't like the first season.
Are they adapting the same episodes or making new stuff?
Both. They did kind of a Nightmare at 10,000 Feet, a new version. It was not good.
Did they have the real guy?
Oh, that's okay. That's right, Hobbit. You're right, man. They did do a comedy called Keanu. That's right. I forgot about that. P and Kegel. P and Kegel. That sounds appropriate.
They should do that.
Right now.
They should do that Captain Kirk one when he sees the creature on the wing. They should do that again, where he's coming home from his trip now. No, but with him again, the same. The same. Captain Kirk.
It's been 50 years. I'm finally out of the asylum. Oh my God, it's there again.
And then he's there again. But you see the gremlin and his wife and children are on the wing too, because he's been there.
I like both. I like both the.
That'd be funny.
Johnny.
I like the original, and I like the one with John Lithgow from the '80s Twilight Zone movie.
Oh, I saw that one with Dan Aykroyd was in there. I think he had a cameo at the end or the beginning or something. I saw that in the theaters.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that, but that was all retellings. It was all retellings of the.
No, the Vic Morrow story. Yeah, the Vic Morrow story was an original story.
Was it?
Yep.
I know they had the kid who everyone was afraid of, and then they had the old people story.
Yep,
and,
Kick the Can. That was done by Steven Spielberg.
He died making that movie because the helicopter crashed. No,
Vic Morrow. Vic Morrow, the guy. There was like a real jerk bigot, and then he's like time traveling, and at one point he's a slave, and Klansmen are beating him up, and then at another point he's either a Jewish person or a Polish person, and he's in a train going to the concentration camps and stuff. Yeah, it was. It was interesting.
I think that was directed by John Landis.
Yes,
I remember he got sued.
Yeah, Vic Morrow died on that, and that really kind of ruined John Landis for like a couple decades as far as getting any movie work and everything. Yeah.
I like the one where the guy was wishing to the hot devil lady, and he said, "I want to be rich," and then she made him a drug lord. Then he says, "I want everyone to love me," and they made him everything the position she put him in was worse.
That's Bedazzled.
Bedazzled. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
See,
Elizabeth Hurley,
and Brendan Fraser. Yeah. But Encino Man. But see, I like the original of that with Peter Cook and Dudley Moore. Much better.
Is it better? I never saw the original.
Harold Ramis did the remake, and I'm sure I've told this story before. He was on our sports TV show when he made Analyze This, Billy Crystal De Niro movie, and great guy. Hung out after the shoot. We had dinner with him for a couple hours. Pretty good. But after the shoot, I'm like, "What are you going to do next?" And he goes, "I'm going to remake Bedazzled." And I'm like, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Wow, that's kind of interesting." I go, "That's ambitious because it's such a Peter Cook, Dudley Moore movie, and it's 100 times better." And Raquel Welch plays the demon Lust, kind of the way Elizabeth Hurley played the devil, but they combined.
So she was the third character.
Yes.
So they got rid of her for the new movie. They
combined Lust with the devil because Peter Cook plays the devil in the original, and Dudley Moore is the schlummy guy that wants everything. He has all the wishes, and it's funny. It's really, really funny.
I'm a fan of Raquel Welch.
Yes,
she's nice.
It's a great movie, and it's great because it's a great parody of the '60s. And I'll say, in fairness to Ramis, some of the stuff worked in the remake. And I liked when he was the drug lord. I thought that was really funny. And it's always good to see Elizabeth Hurley sexy.
Yeah, the whole thing was funny. I watched it with the kids, and they were laughing hard. Yeah. So it's good.
Dudley Moore. The only thing I've seen him in, sadly, is Santa Claus the movie. I don't know if you guys.
You're kidding.
You gotta watch the original Arthur.
Yeah, the original Arthur is great. Very funny.
Very talented guy. My favorite line from the. Would you like me to wash your little dick for you, sir? That's my favorite line from the movie.
In case the 9-year-old's still watching, that's a man named Richard.
Yes.
I like to wash with Richard for you. He needs a bath.
Dudley Moore and Peter Cook and Jonathan Miller and Alan Bennett were a foursome, and they had a great sketch comedy review called Beyond the Fringe, and it was before Monty Python, and it really literally began British satire because before Beyond the Fringe, it was like, oh my God, they made fun of the Prime Minister. Oh dear. But they made fun of the Church of England and the Prime Minister and the royalty, and it was shocking. Early '60s, and it was a huge smash. They came to America, and all the Pythons were still in university, as they say, and they were really inspired by what Cook and Moore and Bennett and Miller did. And that started the wave of British satire. I mean, it started with Peter Cook and Dudley Moore and their two co-stars, for real. For real.
They seem humorous. I saw a clip of them on the Dick Cavett show. Those two guys were talking.
Dick Cavett.
They were funny.
That's Richard Cavett.
Richard Cavity. Exactly.
Richard Cavity.
Mm-hmm.
Peter O'Toole.
Male appendage.
Unfortunately,
he used to shoot foamy soap up there too.
Exactly, foamy Wan Kenobi.
Up his cavity.
Up the giggy.
We're going to refer him to as
up his giggity.
Male appendage Cavett. Thank you.
Foamy one.
Oh, this is my former radio station. One of them that I worked at back in the day. Here,
that's beautiful. I'm going to look real close.
There we go.
100.3 Chicago.
And this was great. Exactly. They first when I got there, they were literally WLUV, and it's like we're gonna play nothing but love songs, and those got really boring really fast
by Tuesday.
Exactly.
Literally, the weekend I understand. You're on a date, Friday night, Saturday night.
Yeah.
Sunday morning.
Tuesday doesn't work. It really doesn't.
Monday you're thinking of her, but by Tuesday, oh come on.
That's a good name of like a book of poetry. Love songs on a Tuesday. A poem.
Tuesday afternoon love songs.
So they didn't know what to call themselves for years. So they just called themselves Chicago's 100.3 without having a W. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then finally they became
the Wonder Spot.
WSHE.
She.
Yeah. And that's also a stupid thing. And it's so dumb because before all that, They were Windy, which is perfect for the Windy City, and they were WNND, and then they were also the Point at one point.
I remember that point.
At one point, they were the Point.
But if men want to listen to she, then they said, we are now S-he.
That's true.
Men. The S-he for men.
Do radio stations pick their own letters? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
They do. Uh-huh.
Why do they need a W?
The W is for the East Coast, right?
That's correct.
And
East of the Mississippi is W.
What does the W and the K stand for, though? Do you know?
What's that?
Do you know what the W and the K stand for?
No, I honestly don't. And the only exception to that is,
California.
In Pittsburgh.
California's K.
I can't remember the call letters, but there's one K station that literally was at the beginning of radio, and it was kind of grandfathered in. That it's like, okay, we'll let you stay K.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So W is for
it's weird. W's are for east of the Mississippi. K's are for west of the Mississippi River.
Now, the Mississippi, that's did they start naming these radio stations when Lewis and Clark were out there? Is that why? Or
I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna make one
early 20s. Hey, god damn it! I can't remember the name of the.
Wow,
God's
9-year-old. So that 9-year-old, he's talking
baby
up to
Jesus, baby Jesus, eternal damnation upon your soul, Johnny. That's what you just said.
It was after this.
Was holding back water.
It was after the score.
After the score.
My station.
Shoots the scores.
What was the score?
WWSDR.
No, it was 1-0.
I get it.
It's a tie score.
The TIE Fighter score.
They're supposed to do 60-game baseball season. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, because it's short and done and short and sweet. And I think from what I hear, Central Zone's going to play their own guys. East Coast going to play their own guys, and West Coast going to play their own guys.
Yeah.
So they from what I heard before, they wanted to keep all the teams close so they could take a bus, so they don't have to contaminate the airports with the not wearing masks.
Baseball cooties.
Yeah, cooties. Yeah,
but they shorten the game too to like three innings or something.
Yeah, just one inning, one pitch each.
Did you watch?
You're out.
Artie, did you watch any Korean baseball?
I saw some of it, but I'm more interested in the reruns of the old baseball games. Yeah. I was watching
but I thought you were talking reruns of the Korean stuff. I'm like,
no. Like I watch the Korean ones, and they're fun because you need baseball sounds. Yeah, you need the sounds of baseball. But when I see that they're playing the old World Series games, I like to watch those. And they played all the White Sox ones a few weeks ago. I think they just finished the one they won the World Series in the last game. They just played it maybe last week or so. Huh. But it came on at like 1:30 in the morning. And I was already starting to get tired, so I recorded it, and I still have it. I'm going to watch it later. Even though I have them on DVDs, I had the box set of them. But I've been watching all those games. They're real cool.
I was at my dad's house the other day, and he's a big soccer fan. So soccer just started up in overseas again, England and France and Italy. So they're playing without a crowd.
Fans. Mm-hmm.
But I'm like watching the game, and I'm like, I hear the crowd, and in the very bottom of the screen it says, if you would like to watch this game without the sounds of the crowd, you could go to another station.
Yeah.
So like for the TV audience, they're piping in the crowd sounds.
Yeah, I heard that too. They were going to do that with wrestling too. I thought WWE was supposed to do that. But
have you watched any boxing already? You know, they started boxing on ESPN.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was watching older ones.
They were doing.
I haven't seen any.
Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays they've been showing boxing on ESPN.
Is there crowds?
No.
People in the seats?
Nope.
Just the fights?
Yep. And the TV technicians, yeah. Referees masked up.
Wow.
The fighters aren't, but the ref is.
They should put the fighters in latex, you know?
Put them in foam rubber.
Yeah. Yes.
Don't hit me there.
They should fight with Darth Vader helmets on. See, he knew Vader knew this was going to happen. So he's like,
I could have told
I want to cover all of me. You know, I know I didn't burn my other leg, but cover it. You know,
it's called social distancing.
I might get some corona on my nipples, so cover it.
Cover them. I need some switches here. I could adjust the temperature. You know, probably having that suit's probably not so bad. You're always in air conditioning no matter what. You know, doesn't matter if it's raining.
I saw some of that. That was not the greatest wrestling match.
Edge versus Randy Orton, according to Dante, the greatest wrestling match ever.
I saw some of that the other day. It was not the greatest.
Patrick Schumacher, the showrunner for the Harley Quinn cartoon, the other day was on Twitter, and he's like, "Give me a classic movie to watch." And it was so funny to read the responses. Most of them were after 1980.
Yeah,
but again, in fairness, that's 40 years ago. So I get it.
Classic.
Well, yeah.
It's like when the oldie stations is now playing the best from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. What? That's an oldie station.
Yeah.
You hear Go-Go's on there. Like, that's not old.
It doesn't have to be good to be a classic.
Just has to be old. They're not called the good classic station. They're just called oldies.
Here's a golden oldie from Sir Mix-a-Lot. Baby Got Back.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's my when I paint and I have my music down when I'm working and I come up and my son always says, "Dad, were you rocking to your oldies?" I'm like, "Yes, I was."
Oh boy!
So now I'm gonna crack one open with the boys, and he laughs.
Nice.
So all these terms, yeah.
You got Grandma and Grandpa. Remember grunge? That was the best.
That's good.
I remember
Nirvana
the first
kid.
time I saw Nirvana. Exactly. And
they didn't even wear suits on stage.
Boy,
Remember
in my
the
days,
Beatles?
Smashing Pumpkins was something you did in the field.
When the Beatles showed up, they all had suits.
Oh, Cosby in there.
Did you? Now you see. Did you see? They had a hearing at one of the Senate, it was the Congress, and one of the Republicans, Louis Gohmert, kept and if people don't wear masks, this pandemic will. And he started knocking on the table. One of the other congressman goes, "Well, somebody tell Gene Krupa to shut up," because Gene Krupa was the old jazz drummer. I'm like, you can't even say Ringo Starr. That's like a 55-year-old reference. You can't even manage that.
Well, he was trying to remember. Is that what
Hey,
he's trying
Gene
to do?
Krupa, keep it down. Benny Goodman wants to play his clarinet.
Oh,
it's like,
well, because
Jesus,
everyone in
man.
leadership is like 80 years old.
Yeah, but my God, man, like the Beatles was 55 years ago. Come on, man.
I like the Beatles.
I
want to
the
see that
Beatles,
movie
too.
too.
Which one?
That movie Yesterday.
Oh, you still haven't seen it?
No, I haven't. I saw a little clip yesterday, like a trailer or something.
So
Came up like
you saw
I
a
wanna
little
see
clip
it.
yesterday.
because I was watching. I put videos on YouTube and I put a lot of toy videos, comic videos, and stuff. But then all of a sudden, I just let them play, and then then it goes into Yesterday and all these music. So I saw some of that. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
It's good.
I didn't know when it came out, but I wanted to check it out.
Was it last summer? I think last summer, right? Like 2 summers
He's a Beatle.
Mm-hmm. What about Hugh Jackman, my man?
Peter Jackson is he made some sort of Beatles reworking of the movie Let It Be that I don't know if that Let It Be was ever released.
Yes.
It was released?
Yes.
Okay. It showed more of the breakup of the Beatles and them falling apart, and Peter Jackson is reworking that footage now into something else.
To make him look happy?
I think so.
To make it even sadder?
Put Yoko in it.
Oh, that's honestly in Evanston, where Northwestern University is, suburban Chicago. There used to be a film revival theater called the Varsity, and they would show like great old movies. And I can't tell you how many times in high school I would see like Gimme Shelter, the Altamont riots from the Rolling Stone concert, and the Grateful Dead, and everybody. But also they'd show Let It Be, and yeah, it's very sadly ironic because they, were like, oh, we're going to show you how we make an album. And instead of, oh, we're going to show you how we all really hate each other. And man, there's like great arguments. There's like Paul is telling George to play a part of something different. He's like, I'll do it. I'll do it any way you want. I'll tell you anything that pleases you. In fact, I won't be on the song at all. And Paul's like, no, I don't want that. It's great. Seriously, Skokie, you got to see the movie. It's amazing.
Is that the one where they're on
speaking
the
of
train?
amazing,
Oh yeah.
and then there were 5.
I like this whole black nebula that we're all floating in.
Well, I was going to put up the my wallpaper because that's all I got, but then I'll have like the weird kryptonite scene here.
Pow! Oh, then I won't feel right because it's kryptonite.
There you go. Lots
Feels
of
like I'm on Larry King.
That's right.
Larry.
Welcome. Hello. Frostbite Falls. Hello. Here I got my
some backgrounds.
There's my Larry King.
I know.
Right in the corner.
Some backgrounds.
Carrie Ling.
Podcast stuff.
Artie, I can't see your eyes.
They're there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's
all
Your
blue.
computer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how
the
my
Beatles.
computer looks. That's what everything looks like
Whoa.
in front of me.
Infinite Artie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There we go.
I'm here.
We should hear. Let's look at everybody's backgrounds. Let's see what Scoot's got it there. Mm-hmm. What's on the screen there?
That's a screensaver. That's my work computer because I work from home.
Do you have 3 screens? Looks like you have 3.
4.
Whoa!
I have one I'm looking at. I have one over here. These are mine, and then the 2 screens in the back are my work computer because I'm working from home.
It's like a spaceman.
Oh, that's
and I got some comics and characters up there.
You have
hold on.
a headless.
Gotta go to this. All right, thank you.
That's my background. Yeah.
That's his background.
That's my background. I look like art. That's my background.
My paintings were real close to me.
Your panties or your paintings? Pardon.
Both, a little bit of both. My painted panties.
Just checking. All right, fantastic. Sorry for the word balloon in the background there.
Wolverine.
Patent pending. Very copyright. Nice. And then, of course, yes, right behind Skokie.
Jeff Goldblum.
Exactly. Yes, indeed. There we go.
Johnny Carson. And the Monkees. 2 of them.
I like the Monkees.
Oh, nice. Oh, did I tell you guys? I got a good monkey story.
Is it about real monkeys?
It's about the real band, the Monkees.
Oh,
my buddy Jeff Marcus is a former DJ and also wrote for the music magazine called Goldmine, and he did all these great interviews with pop artists of the '60s. And he did one with Neil Sedaka, and then he did one with Fabian, and you like that? And he did the 4 Monkees. They were all still alive. He also did 2 of their producers, Chip Douglas, not to be confused with My 3 Sons, and Bobby Hart from Boyce and Hart that wrote a lot of the Monkees songs as well.
What about did he do any interviews with Jane Goodall? Since all
he did a bunch with a great act called Your Mama.
I saw that one.
Let me finish the story. So anyway, I go because I'm like, did you do when you wrote your articles? Did you make notes? He's like, oh no, I recorded the phone conversations, and I'm like, do you still have the tapes? He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, wow, that's a podcast. Oh, yeah. That's a podcast. Oh yeah. I'm like,
would he be willing to play these tapes on the podcast?
Well, he owns the rights to the articles, and he's like, I don't know if anyone would give a damn about that. So, Skokie, do you remember when Neil Sedaka was on Gilbert Gottfried?
I do.
And Gilbert was, or Frank, Gilbert's co-host, was telling Sedaka that, hey, I should get your autobiography. And Neil's like, no, really, if you want to read a much better depiction of my life story, read this book a guy did. Great oral history. He interviewed so many people, including me. It's a much better book. And I love hearing these stories about the old days. And, Neil Sedaka was also like with Carole King. They were the big songwriters of the Brill Building in the 60s for a bunch of the doo-wop bands and everything, along with their own music. So I buy this book about Sedaka. And I'm reading it, and literally in the first chapter, my buddy's Goldmine article is quoted. So cool. I take a picture of the page of the book. I text it to him. I'm like, get off your ass and find those tapes. He's like, oh my God. So he found them, and they literally came in the mail today, like 2 hours before we started potting, because I get really late mail.
You gonna record them with them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm gonna help him. Yeah. I'm gonna listen to the quality, and I'm confident that they sound good enough, and I'll help him write the script. I'm like, hey man, it's your story. I'll produce it.
Are they just all interviews, or are they songs too?
Yeah. No, they're interviews, but I think we can. We'll see, because there is a Creative Commons license you can get for podcasting where you can play pieces of copywritten songs.
It'd be cool if they're like rehearsed. Like little rehearsals and stuff?
Well, I don't know. Cool. Again, whatever is legal to play.
Yeah.
And but
that's gonna be good. I want to listen to that podcast.
Yeah, I think honestly, I'm really excited. I'm like, this is a much bigger and much more popular subject than Jimmy's Puppet Show that I do every week on Word Balloon and everything. I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, this is huge.
And do you see Neil Sedaka on Facebook playing his piano and his T-shirt every day?
Does he really?
Yeah, he sings songs. Yeah, he did like quarantine concerts.
He plays
like 2 or 3 songs at a time.
I love everybody that's doing it. He's amazing. Seriously, he is a brilliant songwriter, and I like extremely talented. I'm a huge fan of his. He's
I like him.
Good. He's very good.
He always has his bird. He has a bird cage and a bird behind him every morning when he plays.
Yeah, I want him to wear like a smoking jacket and like a scarf or something.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
He just has a T-shirt on. And he looks kind of like he doesn't get ready. He's like he's sitting around the house. Time to play the piano. He has his slippers on and stuff. But he's pretty cool. I like watching him.
It was in my suggested for you section of Facebook.
Yeah, that's how I discovered him. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to check it out because I've been watching Neil Finn from Crowded House and Split Ends.
Okay,
he does a lot of songs, and Paul Weller, another British artist that I love, that he's doing a lot of stuff. So I watch a lot of guys. Nora Jones also playing on Facebook. Wayne tells us.
Nora Jones. I like Nora Jones.
I'm a big fan of Nora's as well.
I watch her concerts on YouTube clips and stuff.
She's very good.
Yeah.
Oh, and Artie, you were talking about toy videos?
Yes, I was.
Did you see I interviewed the Toys That Made Us guy?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I have to look for it. I always see when you pop up on Facebook, and I watch those. I've been watching a lot of the new ones. I saw some of your Tom King one recently, and some of your other one. I don't know who they are, the guys.
It's okay.
But I listened to them, and they're interesting. Like one guy wrote for Flash or something. I don't know. But
boy, that sucks. Hobbit from PA. So I'm assuming that's not Pennsylvania then, unless you're traveling to the UK to see Crowded House at Glastonbury in Manchester.
Oh, they canceled the concert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why everyone's playing at home, man.
Yeah. Unless you're no, I'm not going to go there.
I went to Manchester.
I was going to say something bad.
Oh.
But no. They could do something like people, like the musicians should get on top of a building in the downtown area and everybody look out their windows. I don't know.
Just like the Beatles.
Something, yeah. Don't
Did
let
you see
me
that
down.
those metal bands that are doing a concert called Immunity Fest or something like that? Immunity Herd Fest or something like that? And
oh yeah, I heard that.
I want to say Wisconsin, somewhere in the Midwest. There's all these metal bands that are getting together and playing.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Kurt Wood will be there.
They don't have to wear masks over there. We were just there this weekend in Wisconsin, and the stores, you have to wear the mask and walk. I had them walking around downtown, but a lot of the stores you walk in, and they're only allow two people at a time. A lot of collectible store, antique shops and stuff. You need a mask, and the guy, when you walk in, he puts his mask on. But then we went to eat in restaurants, and the restaurants are packed. Nobody wearing masks. So I don't understand the logic. I don't know what's happening over there.
Yeah, so, Ohio's numbers are shot way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Texas, too, or something.
Oh, yeah. No, like 20 or 25 states, like the numbers spiked up real heavy. And, of course, most of them are the states that's like, yeah, we don't need masks. Nah, we don't need masks. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no one seems to be getting sick. Yeah. But it was very odd. I tried not to get close to anybody. So when we camped, I just stood around our campfire a lot. I got a lot of stories done, though, so that was cool.
Oh, I thought you were.
Did you see any squatches?
I looked. I told the ladies I was there to look for them, and she went like this. Good luck. That's what she said. So it sounded like she tried. That's all I'm getting at.
Did you do any calls out into the wilderness? And most importantly, was he wearing a mask?
I didn't get any feedback at all, but I did calls. I was doing calls, and my kids say that whenever I'm missing, this is because I get up and go do whatever. And they said, "Where's Dad?" And my girl said, "He's probably out walking real slow with his big cup saying hi to everybody like he always does. He makes friends every time." And then I come back. I do. I just walk by. But people are really, I don't know if it's just Wisconsin or everywhere. But when you're all in a group, I don't go near them. I see them, we make eye contact, and I go, "How you doing?" And if I hold up my cup or whatever, or but I never say like, "Oh, hot day today, huh?" I don't do like old man stuff. I don't know what I do, but my kids say that, "Dad, why are you trying to make friends with everybody?" I said, "I'm not. I'm just I'm acknowledging that they're near me." I don't know. We'll edit all that out, Johnny.
I'm sorry.
It's not like it's live. Good thing this isn't live. Yeah.
Good thing.
I saw some of Art's making of friends at Harold's Chicken. I got to witness it first.
Yeah. That's what I do everywhere, just like that.
How's Harold's handling the pandemic, Artie?
Harold's, I went to visit them, and they said they're busier now more than ever because every order is a takeout order. Nobody's there to eat because they have all the tables up. They're all upside down and stuff. Yeah. But they have everyone. They don't do curbside. You just come in, and they got stickers on the floor and stuff 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
But every person is a takeout order or a call in or Uber and all that stuff. But they said they're busy.
there's this place by us. It's called Balance. It's called a Pan Asian Grill, and they just do like these little bowls like you would get at Chipotle, but like it's more Asian themed.
Yeah,
like rice bowl with chicken or whatever meat you want, or no meat. And they figured out the best formula where you pull up, every parking spot is numbered. You text them, you order ahead of time, and then they just bring it out to you, so you don't have to go in. They're busier than they were when they had the like dining room open. Like, so it might become like a takeout place now.
Yeah, I went to Buffalo Wild Wings twice during this pandemic. One time I called on the phone, and they said, "Well, we can't take orders over the phone." I said, "Well, why'd you answer the phone?" And they said, "Well, because I want to do an order." And they said, and I said, "Well, how do I order then?" And they said, "Well, you have to order online." And I'm like, "But I'm not near online. What if my order doesn't go through online?" And they said, well, then you have to call in and tell us it didn't go through. I said, "Could we pretend I just did all that and then I'll order? And then my wife will be there to pick it up." She went, "Yeah, we could do that." So, all right, here we go. That was the first time I ordered. Because my wife was in there. I was like, I want to give you money. You give me food. And then a few days ago, I purposely left my phone at home so they could see. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to get food. So I went there to check it out. And there's a long line of cars. And it's all pickup window. And as I see them coming out with bags coming out, and then I finally inch up, and they asked me my name, and I told them, "Oh, my name's Arthur." And they're like, "Oh, hi, what's your name?" And they said, "My name." She says, "No, the name on your order." I said, "Oh, I don't have an order." Like, well, you're in the pickup line. Yeah, but I'm going to give you an order now. And she went, "Oh." And so I confused her. Then she came out with the little notepad and took my order. And then I just went around again. And by the time I went around, she had my food. So it's really strange that the rules they set, but no, here, I want food. Here's a whole bunch of money. And just we'll make it work. Yeah.
The pizza place in our town like has a drive-through, which I thought was stupid when they got it, because I'm like, why wouldn't you get it delivered? And if you're not going to get it delivered, just walk in and grab it because it's pizza. But that drive-through is like the best thing, because you just call ahead and they tell you when to come.
Those guys are time travelers from the future, and they knew this was going to happen, and they went back in time and purchased that drive-in.
Yeah, it's like the only pizza place I know.
Pizza guys, get that drive-through.
I know. The weird part about it is they're all Wookiees who work there. They're not even from Earth. Yeah,
Marco's Pizza. It's called.
What about Tony
if
Pacos?
One of you would ever come here, we could go there. But
I'm never coming.
I'm not traveling out of Toledo. Are you kidding me?
How's Pacos?
Rossford, technically.
Yeah, how's Pacos surviving during the pandemic?
I don't know. I haven't been there. I don't know. Yeah.
I want some pickles now.
Jamie Farr is personally taking care of Pacos.
He's
incidentally, I'm making orders every day.
Sweet for the working man.
We have to come up with what we want Jamie to say on Cameo for us.
Yeah,
we've got to do that.
Is he gonna?
He has to tell us.
Well, we can.
Yeah.
He costs like $60, right, or something like that.
Like $25.
I thought like $100. I thought like $100.
Does it come with hot dogs?
The main thing you got to tell him is one of the guys is from Toledo, and that's what he'll talk about the whole time.
I see.
And Lebanese.
And Lebanese. Yeah, we're going to make you Lebanese, Scoop. We have to give you a Lebanese last name. McMahon doesn't sound Lebanese.
Scoop McMahonopoulos. Is that Lebanese?
Almost.
I knew your grandpa, incidentally. I knew your grandpa.
That's right. How much arm hair do you have, young man? I figure we gotta
have a scooter.
Do we need a good MASH question? MASH.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. About that episode, remember Johnny when he was like he got off the train and it showed Toledo. Remember
the dream.
Yeah, the dream.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Yeah,
and it wasn't Toledo. It didn't look like Toledo at all.
Yeah, they have really bad nightmares and stuff. Yeah. And his is he comes. He's finally on the train. He's back in Toledo, and he looks into like a window that's like soaked up, like Obi-Wan Kenobi. And he cleans the window, and he sees the surgery, the OR, and he sees Potter, and Potter's like, "Hey, come here. You got work to do."
This is how we make the sausages.
Oh my God, what a nightmare! I'm still here.
But that's your question. That's your question. In that episode of MASH, when you were in the dream and you looked at that, how come it didn't look like Toledo? That's the question.
Yeah. Why wasn't it Tony Pacos?
Where did you film that scene from Toledo?
No, that is a good question. No, because then Scoot can say, "Hey, I'm from Toledo, and I was a little disappointed that the scene didn't look enough like Toledo." Well, I talked to the writers.
We need him on here, yeah.
But you know, when Art and I were out in California, we visited the DC offices out in Burbank, and we were standing in the office. We were waiting for someone, and they came in, and I was looking out the window, and they're like, "Oh, you admiring the view?" I'm like, "Yeah, it feels like I've been here before." And he goes, "You probably have, because that's where they filmed MASH, right out there, right out there."
Oh, the Fox. That's called the Fox Canyon, I believe.
Yeah, well, the window is facing it, and I'm like, I thought that looked familiar.
Oh, that's interesting. And was it like a mountainside or whatever?
Yeah, it's where the helicopters come over in the front in the beginning of the episode. Yeah.
Now, in the beginning, when they showed a helicopter and the girls running and stuff,
yep.
Are the girls part of the show, or is that always just in the beginning? Are they
nurses?
People?
Yeah.
Oh, they are the nurses?
They had nurses, yeah.
But that's all I ever seen, you know.
That's right.
But I remember
Art Senior forbade the viewing of MASH.
Yeah, you just get up, turn channel, put on Frankenstein or something.
Yeah, put on the Janet Show.
The Janet Show. Oh my God, there was pictures resurfaced of her on that. They surfaced. They resurfaced.
Candid
I saw
photos?
them recently of her on the same team as Linda Carter.
Oh, must be Battle of the Network Stars.
Yeah,
I don't remember that, but she had the curly hair, and that was good. That was good, Janet with the curly hair.
I'm gonna have to look with Rockman and Bernard.
Rockman and Bernard and the Janet Show. That's what we're gonna do
today. There's several episodes of Battle of the Network Stars on YouTube I've seen, so I got to see if they can find one of those. Here comes Joyce DeWitt in the obstacle course.
Mm-hmm.
They should do those again once the quarantine is lifted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but now there's too many reality shows. I mean, that's the thing. Like,
it's a Survivor.
That was just like in the summer, and it would be this great, weird, summer special of 2 hours of Alan Alda in an obstacle course, or Penny Marshall in the dunk tank. He said, "Fire softballs at Penny."
That's what she sounds
exactly. That is
you could have like. Michael Strahan would win everything now.
Yeah, he would.
Man, I'll tell you, he hosts too many things. It's like, hey,
Strahan?
dial it back, Michael. You're not that good, frankly.
George Stephanopoulos is Johnny's guy. That's your boy.
Who is?
George Stephanopoulos. He's Greek, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
He looks like a much kind of younger, older, skinnier version of Johnny.
Oh, no.
Older, uglier, skinnier.
They got the same hair.
Yeah, he does. Looks like they could be cousins.
He married the actress.
Someone famous.
From In Living Color.
No, Seinfeld. Schmoopy?
Comedian. Yeah.
Yeah, she was on In Living Color.
Was she really?
Yeah,
I believe she was one of the original.
Yeah.
No, she was.
She's a comedian on there,
like a sketch comedian.
Yeah,
she's Schmoopy.
Well, I just know she
was on there with Jim Carrey and the Wayans brothers and stuff.
Okay, because I know she I remember from that one Seinfeld where she and Jerry would call each other Schmoopy. Exactly, you're Schmoopy.
It's too bad we didn't have computers in front of us. We could look it up.
Well, feel free.
No, I'm too far
away.
When
I start doing that, I'm going to break everybody's speakers with the Hulk typing and stuff.
Yeah, cool.
Space.
Shift for a reboot.
All right, I'll look it up.
Remember when Shift used to sound like this? Shift.
Yeah. I miss that dial-up. Dial-up noise when you used to dial in.
Yeah.
That was exciting.
Yeah, I know it was. Yeah,
it was because you knew you were going to enter the.
It was going to work. No. Yeah, sometimes it didn't work.
That's
true. Mom would pick up the phone.
Yeah.
Are you online? Yeah. You're not doing anything naughty, are you? No, Mom.
Especially when you're trying to when you're trying to write a college. You're trying to print out a college paper or something online, and she picks up the phone and it breaks the connection, and you're like, because you got to start all over again.
Yeah.
Fun days way back in the day.
I remember that. You have to crawl underneath the table where the phone jack is to unplug the phone jack to plug in your jack. E-jack.
Skokie and I would be chatting on AIM. Remember that, Skokie?
Yes.
That was popular.
AIM.
Remember people would try to hack you on a hi, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, why don't you give me your credit card number? Allie Wentworth is George Stephanopoulos' wife's name.
Franco froze.
Did he?
Look at him.
I'm searing, so I didn't have him on.
He's blinded by the light.
No, he's there. He's moving. I see him moving.
Blinded by the light.
He didn't freeze.
I was pretending I was Mike Negin.
Nice. I still don't know what that line. Okay.
No, there was this one time where, and then we.
So what he does?
Yeah, because he's got a crappy headset. He's got a crappy headset. He's got Klieg lights.
He doesn't have a headset.
Semi is coming. That's right. He doesn't have a headset. He talks through his laptop. So like it's all whatever noise in the room, and then every now and then there's like while he's talking. So anyway,
maybe
oh my
maybe
God,
he's
Artie,
driving.
I seriously, Artie, I go apoplectic. I rant at him. I'm like, will you get a headset, please?
I saw the podcast where the first hour was you yelling at him for an hour. I remember that was real funny. That was recommended to me by my listeners, by my morning viewers. Yeah. Did you see it last night's show? Like, no, I was sleeping or something.
I swear, I thought I was gonna bust an artery. I swear, just in frustration and tension.
The first 51 minutes.
What?
I thought it was good TV.
Yeah, first 51 minutes is gold, pure gold, Johnny. Gold.
Screaming, sir.
Angry Yoko chips.
Screaming. So.
Valerie, I used to watch.
You got
mail over and over again.
All right. Oh, that's because of you've got mail. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's Tom Hanks, right?
Yes, and Meg Ryan.
And then the other one with Sandra Bullock. The
Net.
Yeah, that's when you watch it now. It's really weird. Like none of it makes sense. Like the technological internet stuff. It's odd.
Yeah.
AOL
no, I understand.
Another voice. They had a voice that would say when you downloaded something, a guy's voice would go, "File's done."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, were you guys Napster people?
Didn't the guy just recently pass away last couple of years or something like that? You got
File's
mail?
done. Oh, you've got mail. I don't know.
The guy who, his voice, the voice of You Got Mail.
Oh, man.
I remember when the Yahoo singer got fired. Yahoo.
Yeah. Yeah, what happened to that guy?
Yeah, I like that.
They changed their ad campaign, so they fired him. Kind of like Gilbert losing the Aflac deal.
Did the Yahoo guy say things that were unkind online?
No, I don't think so.
Inappropriate touching?
I don't think so.
He Yahooed.
He Yahooed
in a way that didn't like.
Yeah.
I'm fired. He got Yahooed,
Yahooed.
I'm going to Yahoo you. Yeah.
Nice.
That's bad. It's funny though,
good.
Right? It's funny.
Yeah.
Not good, but funny.
I understand. Funny, ha.
Yeah,
funny, like funny as what did Potsy used to say?
Very not tasteful.
A Kegel in your Pegel.
Yeah, let's go back to exactly. Let's hear more from P and Kegel.
P and Kegel.
Up your nose with a rubber hose.
Up your nose, rubber hose.
Funny as a crutch, Rich. That's what Potsy used to say.
Is that what he says?
Yeah, there was like one of the before they'd bump into a commercial or something like that. Richie would say something, and Potsy go, "Funny as a crutch, Rich."
I just saw an episode where Fonzie met his dad,
and
he didn't know it was his dad, but his dad came to see him or something. It was my dad. He got real mad.
My favorite episode, bro, is
a very special episode of
Fonzie's dad was as old as him. That was the weird part.
Was it Gary Marshall?
I'm your father.
He looked like
it's just like in Jedi, or just like in Empire. I am your father.
No, it's impossible.
Oh, it's not impossible. Oh,
correct the mundo.
Actually, that's more Travolta.
Oh,
remember when Fonzie battled the Mork from Ork?
Yeah, with the finger in the thumb.
Yes. Yeah. Don't you know the story? Don't you know the Gary Marshall story about that one? He's like, I was talking to my son. Don't you like Happy Days no more? And he said, "There's no space in it. I like space. Make an episode with space." He goes, "Well, it's the 50s. How am I supposed to put space?" He goes, "Richie, he dreams." And that was it. So we got Mork. That
was good. I like Mork.
Was it a dream episode for Richie?
Yeah.
It was, but then at the end you saw Mork was in Richie's backyard.
He came to the door like a Jehovah's Witness or something like that.
Yeah, he had a regular clothes on.
Yeah. But I like when he goes, because they wanted to get like a great American specimen, and Richie goes, "You mean like Hey Karen?" And he goes, "Hey Karen." No.
Yeah, I remember that. That was funny.
Wasn't Jonathan Winters the baby on?
Yes,
he was.
Yeah,
Mirth.
Yeah,
Mirth.
he aged backwards, so he was born looking like Jonathan Winters.
And they put him in like overalls, like a little kid. Mommy.
Yeah.
Poor Mindy. That is like 300-pound baby. Mommy.
Those were funny. The two of them together were hysterical.
Oh yeah.
I always remember the episode when he took Mirth to the a bar or a restaurant or something, and the guys were picking on Mork and they wanted to fight, and then Mork slowed down time. He went boom, and then he slowed down. The guys were moving, but he was moving regular speed, and he was moving like the Flash, and he was setting up stuff. He moved this guy's fist to punch this guy, and then when he went boom, they all clocked each other. And they all fell down, and he picked up his boy's hand and they walked out. Let's go, son.
I remember that one
because they were picking on the big guy, his son. What are you, a big dummy? And they're pushing him. Yeah, it was cool.
I remember that.
But then there was Pam Dauber. And I remember she was in a TV movie with who's the star of Airplane? The guy who had a
Robert Hayes.
Problem. Robert Hayes.
Yeah.
She was in a movie I think with him. Something. The Girl in Dynamite or something. And
I know the girl, the stopwatch in Dynamite or something. And
and I remember they showed a scene where they showed her backside in silhouette, but they showed it like nude. And I was a kid, and I was like,
wait a minute.
Yeah, what was that? Boy, oh boy.
That was Mindy.
She married one of the Hardy Boys. She married Parker Stevenson.
Matt
no,
Hardy
that was
or Jeff
Kirstie Alley.
No. Was it?
Yeah, Kirstie Alley
married Parker Stevenson.
All right, because
she choked him.
I remember she accepted an award at an award show, and she said she was late coming to the stage, and she said, "Sorry, I'm late because, you know how it is, nipple, boff, boff," because she was having sex with her husband.
Wow,
and that's why she was late. Look it up.
Really?
All those things are true. Yes.
Kirstie Alley said that?
Mm-hmm.
That's not right.
I remember the quote, nipple, boff, boff.
That's hilarious.
But yes, Parker Stevenson.
Oh, shame on me. She did marry somebody famous. Mark Harmon.
Yes.
NCIS.
Yeah, that's right.
Mindy did?
Yeah.
Parker Stevenson was Kirstie Alley, and she was Mark Harmon. Yes.
Now,
because I know it's somebody famous. Yeah.
The part of Mork and Mindy is when they had the baby. I missed the episode or the part where I know Mork had the baby.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But did it come out of his belly button?
Yes.
Did it? Is that true?
It was an egg. It was an egg.
And then the egg grew real big?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How did it come out of there? Like what caused him to get fertilized?
I'm assuming when a young orc and a female orc like each other, they lay down.
Yeah, but she was not a orc. She was a human.
Yeah, Mindy I understand. I don't know. I never got into the actual biology.
I gotta watch that episode.
Right.
Or did he just dream it? It's just something that happens.
I love James J. Thomas, who used to be on that show, and he was Carla's husband on Cheers, Eddie LeBeck, the hockey player. Yeah. And apparently, like Mork and Mindy was not a happy experience for him because they kind of.
Neither was Cheers because he got fired.
Yeah.
He said Carla was ugly or something.
He did say something lousy about Real Perlman.
He goes, I cringe when I have to kiss her or something.
Yeah, something like
that. Yeah.
But he was funny on Letterman.
He killed his character.
He would tell his radio stories on Letterman where he met the Lone Ranger, Clayton Moore, and you know that story when he went. I can't tell it. Watch it on YouTube. I'm not even going to bother. It's Jay Thomas's story. Watch it. It's very funny. He would come on every Christmas. He would come on Letterman. He would tell the Lone Ranger story, and then they would put frozen pizzas on the top of Christmas trees, and they would throw, like across the stage, footballs at the pizza and stuff, and try to knock the pizza off the Christmas tree. That was like the Letterman Jay Thomas Christmas tradition.
I do remember that. Yeah,
very
like
funny.
That guy Jay Thomas and the Tony Pacos guy. They could probably be related somehow.
Jamie Farr.
I could see that.
Yeah, Jamie Farr. Maybe their arm hair could be
exactly
misconstrued for each other.
That's true. Mm-hmm. They could be like cops with really long arm hair.
But it seems like that other guy smells like whiskey. The guy from Cheers.
Not anymore. He's
is he dead now?
Long gone. Yeah.
Really?
He's not with
yeah, he is dead. Unfortunately,
I didn't know that. I feel bad now.
Whiskey,
Now he don't smell
he was a DJ on the radio, right?
He was. Yeah, and even while he was acting, he had a radio show in the 90s and 2000s on Sirius XM. And he was funny. He was really good. He was He was a DJ first, then became an actor and stayed a DJ.
I like it. It's good.
So, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, man.
So there we go. Are we out?
Well, no.
I think so. No.
I was just thinking we were talking about Jonathan or Mork giving birth to Jonathan Winters. Made me think of an episode of another show in which Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable gave birth to a submarine sandwich.
Did he really?
No.
Was it a dream sequence?
It was a dream. He was having a dream, and that was part of the dream that he was in labor, and
he gave birth to a submarine.
The doctor's like, "Okay, Dr. Huxtable, here it comes," and he pulls out this giant sandwich.
They pulled it out of him?
Yeah, they pulled it out of him from underneath the sheet. Oh my!
Were those the Raven Simone days?
Can you tell which one is Scoot? Which
exactly.
One is
I don't know. I'm confused.
I could tell.
Oh dear.
Same.
One looks more like
Zootopia. Oh my! Oh no!
Ichuta.
I could tell.
My dear friends, no,
Gee whiz, Batman, let's get him.
I was going to say either that or El Zorro. Oh my God!
I like all that.
What did Huxtable say when he delivered that sandwich?
Mayo. I believe that's what he yelled out.
Yeah, did he do the face? Do the face again.
Oh yeah, it was.
Theo, get some towels. You see.
Did they try and make it as realistic as possible, and pudding came out?
Grab the tongs, Vanessa. We got to pull this thing out. Look at the size of it.
CP3O. See,
What was the daughter's name?
Raven Simone.
Denise?
Yeah, which one?
The nephew?
Vanessa.
There's Vanessa. There's Rudy. There's Vanessa, you see.
Denise.
No, the one that's
Denise, you see.
Denise was what's her name?
Was she in the different world?
Which one was
Lisa Bonet? That was Denise,
and
right?
the nephew.
That was Denise? Yeah.
Who
married Jason Momoa one day?
Who was married to the older sister that was married to the guy that
Sandra?
Was it Sandra? Was she
Sandra?
And I forget the son-in-law's name.
The
I remember they were like somebody's making fun of him, and it's like, sorry, because they found out he was working like at Whole Foods. Like earning money to live. How you doing?
Yeah, he had a regular job, and people didn't like it.
Yeah, he was at the grocery store, and someone tweeted a picture, was making fun of him.
Yeah, which is kind of really crappy, you know. What's the
Oprah guy?
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. He offered him a job on one of his shows or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, did he? That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. And did you know that at the very beginning of the Cosby Show, there's a quote in there where he says, Felicia Rashad asked him, "Why did we have 4 children?" And Cosby answers, "Because we didn't want 5." And then they added Sandra later because she wasn't actually in the first episodes.
That's right. She was away to college or something.
No, they brought her in. They only had 4 kids at the beginning, and then they felt they needed an older child that was married, and then they added her to the show. But in the very beginning,
we only have 4 kids? How do you know we only had 4? You see,
I got many more.
And then when Rudy wasn't a cute little girl anymore, they brought in Raven Simone.
Yeah,
that's so Raven.
Yeah. My kids watch her. My daughter watches her.
We're going to minimize Rudy, you see, and make another cute little girl. Isn't she cute? Yeah, I used to be cute. Yeah, we don't care anymore. How about that?
Yeah.
But then she got hot. Rudy, when she became an adult woman. Rudy's a lovely woman. Absolutely. And I can say that without it's too late.
She was hosting a show with
too late. He's creepy.
One of the Growing Pains girls or something. One of those girls, they both grew up and they hosted maybe a video type show or something.
VH1 show?
Yeah, one of those shows with the home videos. But it was
America's Funniest Videos?
Yeah, something like that.
Watch me take a nice little golf putt right to the nuts on this fine video.
Yeah,
that was Bob Saget, and then Tom Bergeron, and then Alfonso Ribeiro.
But they did something like that.
Nice.
It was similar.
Good dance move, Alfonso. Very good.
Mm-hmm. What about Tootie? What's she doing now? We need a Tootie update. We need a Tootie update, though. I haven't seen her for a while.
Last weekend on Decades, my favorite rerun channel, they ran all day Saturday, Car 54, Where Are You? And Mrs. Garrett, do it. So back when she was like really young, and she was Al Lewis, Grandpa Munster, because he was a cop on the show, and he was Leo Schnauzer. My wife, Sylvia. And Charlotte Ray played Sylvia Schnauzer and is manic on that show. Like, so hyper and crazy and funny as hell. Like, seriously, well, because, Mrs. Garrett, and especially by the time she was in Don't Mess with the Zohan, with Scrappy. That's okay. She's in that movie. She's hilarious in it. But in Car 54, Sylvia Schnauzer, I swear to God, even better than Mrs. Garrett. So funny and so crazy. My wife, Sylvia.
Is she still with us, Mrs.
No,
Garrett?
she passed away recently, only in the last couple of years. She was on Gilbert. She had a great career. She's a very, very funny woman. Very, very funny woman.
Yes. Oh, very funny. I liked her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tex Avery. Oh.
He did it.
I heard.
Luther Carlton. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Tex Avery.
Like
very good.
Tex
Look,
Avery.
he's got a generic icon. That's like when you're not sure that the person that's following you is a real person or not.
Alien.
Exactly. Or when the eggs that they have on Twitter.
It could be a nostril. I don't know what it is.
Could be a nostril.
It could be looks like a nose and a smile.
It's a nose and a smile. Have a Coke and a smile and shut the F up.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
It's true.
Man, Skokie leaves and all the air gets out of the room. We're all like fatigued.
He carries the show.
I know. That's why he's the best in the business.
Skokie.
Why didn't he say, "I'll be right back"?
He said Tex Avery.
He said Tex Avery. Yeah.
That's your line, son.
We all know it. Mm-hmm. We all have individual lines and catchphrases.
That's
and
true.
Characteristics.
Mine is, put off your lights and get a goddamn headset. That's my catchphrase.
Yeah, Johnny curses the world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible.
I can't help it. I'm sorry.
I understand.
What else? Oh, you know what's cool? We mentioned Mark Bernard. Well, here's something. Yeah. Here's an idea.
Yes.
Mark Bernardin, for charity, got all these actors together to do famous monologues from films and television shows. And he calls them the nerdalogues, like monologues.
There's a nerdalogue. There's a nerdalogue.
But they got the guy from Krypton, the guy who plays Superman's grandfather as a young man and stuff.
Glenn Ford?
No, he did the Jor-El speeches from the Richard Donner movie, the Marlon Brando speeches. That good people kill out. Yeah. He did that whole thing. And Lin-Manuel Miranda did Admiral Adama speech from Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, I like that.
But it's really cool. Like a couple dozen really great celebrities doing these famous monologues. They got Will Forte as MacGruber to do the Taken Liam Neeson speech. I want to tell you, I got skills. It's very funny. Very funny. And Kevin Smith did one, and Hurley from Lost.
Yeah, I know him.
I think he did a V for Vendetta speech. But no, they're amazing. And it's nice because they're it's for charity. And if you contribute even $1, you get access to all of them. And there's like a couple dozen, and they're really fun. And it's for a good cause. And he started off giving proceeds to school meal programs for kids that get their lunches or breakfast from school.
Nice.
I want to make sure they were still going on. And then after all the demonstrations, he converted a second wave to support Black Lives Matter charities. They're really, honestly, they're very, very cool. And it's if you look up Mark Bernardin and the Nerdalogs, and I'm probably doing it. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Dante. I'll put it up right now. It's theplaguenerdalogs.com. .com.
I like all of that stuff you just said.
I swear, they're really cool. So
you know that guy Hurley from Lost?
Yes.
I bet we can hang out with him. I bet he could be like, he'd fit right with us and he'd be friends. Like if we went to Ohio or something, brought him with, I bet he'd have a good time with us.
He did at Pecos with us.
Cincinnati?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think he'd be okay with us, with our group.
I think you're right. Gold Star Chili in Cincinnati?
Yeah.
No, Skyline Chili.
Skyline, thank you, buddy.
I've never been there yet.
Isn't there Gold Star too?
Yeah, there is. Yeah. But we just order pizza usually, and we go to Rock Bottom. We go to Rock Bottom.
Yeah.
Rock Bottom,
we order pizza.
The nemesis of Felix the Cat, Rock Bottom.
Yeah. The finishing move of the Rock in WWE, the Rock Bottom.
Oh, that people's elbow.
Yeah.
I heard Paige, speaking of the Rock, I think of that movie Fighting with My Family that I love so much.
I got to see that too.
And I heard Paige actually did go blonde recently. The diva that the story is based on.
She's in that movie?
The main character is based on her.
Yeah,
she's the main character, but it's
about her.
Yeah, it's her semi-true story.
Autobiographicals?
Yeah, semi.
I like all that. That was pretty good.
Have any of you guys seen like Andre the Giant or Junkyard Dog or Hulk Hogan back in those days? Have you ever seen any of those guys live?
Oh, I saw them live on TV, but I never saw
in person
wrestling shows.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
never in person.
I didn't see them, but I saw Dick the Bruiser live. And
cool.
in the 90s, the Score, my sports radio station, had a great relationship with the WWF and met Goldberg. And Bobby Heenan was a real friend and came many times and would hang out and had many meals with Bobby Heenan and great stories about the 70s. And, when they went to TNT and he was thrilled to work for Ted Turner. He's like, oh, Ted's such a nice boss. And he goes, we get first class treatment and he really appreciates what we're doing. And Hulk came and spent an afternoon with us when he wrote his autobiography. And he wanted like good old fashioned, like home style Italian food. And there used to be Skokie. I don't know if you ever knew this restaurant that just closed like 2 years ago, Sabatino's. And it was on Irving Park Road, just east of Six Corners, where Milwaukee, Cicero, and Irving all intersect.
Yeah.
In that part of the city. Yeah, I know. I figure you know what I'm talking about. So there used to be this great old Italian restaurant, totally like family had it since the 50s, Sabatino's. And we're like, we got just the place for you, Hulk. So we take him to Sabatino's, and they feed him so well. And he's like, this is exactly what I wanted, brother.
Did they know who he was, of course, right?
Of course. Oh, my God. I mean, he's a giant. So hilarious, though. He was very funny. He was very, very funny. It was a good afternoon. But, yeah, so I hung out with those guys. And then my Miller's Pub, you all know my favorite restaurant.
Yeah.
In the 70s, that was a 70s wrestler hangout. And my dad had a restaurant down the street, and it was a commuter restaurant. We would close by 8 o'clock. That's not dinner. And
what was it called?
My dad's place?
Yeah.
It was called Alexander's Pub. It was named after my one-armed uncle, God bless him, Uncle Gus. It was named after his son.
Yeah.
It was named after his son. Like I said, when he'd swim in the pool with one arm, he'd thrash around and stuff.
High five.
Exactly. Literally. I swear he had the best sense of humor for only having one arm, and he was a beautiful man. I loved my uncle. He was one of my favorite relatives. But we would close up the restaurant at 8 o'clock, and my dad would be, hey, before we go home, let's go to Miller's and see if any of the wrestlers were there. And every now and then, Yukon Moose Cholak would be there, and Jimmy Superfly Snuka, and
I like that.
Bobo Brazil, all those guys.
That's cool.
So imagine my surprise when I get into my hometown here, and we went down to the city and we came home, and we get into a taxi, and our driver was Nikolai Volkov.
The Mad Russian?
Yeah, because he was out of wrestling, and he was a taxi driver in my town for a while.
Did he demand to sing the Russian national anthem every time he'd take a fare anywhere?
Yeah, right.
I used to love that right before the match. Apparently, before the match begins, Mr. Volkov is requesting to sing the Russian anthem. Boo! USA! USA! Boo!
Yeah. They did that a lot. They always do it, a country guy from another country against Hulk Hogan, the American. It was cool.
You don't do that nowadays.
No, you can't. It's racist now.
Yeah.
Racist.
Yeah. Robert points out that Hulk seeks out the best Italian restaurants. He is Italian. Despite the name Hulk Hogan. Yeah, Terry, what is it again?
Balea.
Oh, yeah, I guess he's Irish, but I know he's got Italian.
Terry Balea.
Yeah.
Is it Malaya? Okay, I wasn't sure. I think it's Malloy. But
You know, he's Italian because his name is Hulk Hogan.
Nice.
Hulk Hogan.
You know, Bobby Heenan gave him the name.
Yeah.
He goes,
he was reading a Marvel comic book, and he gave him the name.
Oh, there you go. Nikolai wasn't Russian. He was Croatian. I didn't know that.
Like Tony Kukoc.
He's probably,
yes, he did.
He probably took his time. That's why.
That's my favorite 30 for 30 about.
Was it Russian?
Who's the guy who died, Scoot?
Petrovic.
Yeah, that's right. Petrovic. Yes. Drazen Petrovic.
Divac.
Yeah, and it's all about how Vlade Divac and Tony Kukoc, because Divac was Serbian and Kukoc was Croatian, and they had the Civil War from the former Yugoslavia.
Well, it was mostly about Divac and Petrovic, but Kukoc was involved. But it was like those two were like the main two that were friends and became enemies.
Is there foul play involved?
No, it's the countries were.
We know it was Yugoslavia already, and that was the two, Serbia and Croatia.
Yeah.
After World War I, they kind of made it one country, and in the 90s it broke down into civil war again.
Mm.
And it was
This
really,
guy,
really bad.
Gore Vidal says a bunch of stuff. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
That's his pseudonym. One of my favorite shows from the late 80s was The Days and Nights of Molly Dad. Oh, yeah, Blair Brown.
I remember that. Blair Brown, right?
David Strahan, yes, indeed. Richard Lawson. I can't find it on DVD. I understand, Gore, and that was a fine show.
I don't know what any of that is.
Blair Brown played Belushi's girlfriend in Continental Divide, The Mountain Woman.
Mm-hmm.
His first dramatic role.
What horror movie was Blair Brown in? I remember her being in a horror movie.
I don't know. A horror movie or a horror movie?
Horror.
You're thinking of Blair Witch, I think.
No.
She was Cinderella Liberty?
Blair from Facts of Life.
Movie. I'm trying to remember.
I don't know. Looking for Mr. Goodbar?
Wow, Blair.
That was Diane Keaton.
Terry Bollea, yeah.
Maybe you're thinking of Blanche from Golden Girls.
The Bosnia-Herzegovina War. I used to sing a song like The Girl from Ipanema, and I sang The Boy from Herzegovina.
All of that sounds painful.
Yeah.
People used to ask me what my nationality was, and I'd always say, I'm just like Vladi Divas. Really? Like, I'm from that country. They believe me, and they stop asking.
Serbia.
Whatever that was.
That's Serbia.
Croatian.
No, Croatia. Croatia was Kukoc.
Whatever that was.
Whatever
that
was.
Anything, you'd be like, that's it.
I'm from that place. Yeah.
I remember.
I come from the same country as Vladi Divas.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's in Altered States. That's right, with William Hurt. I never think of that as a horror movie.
Horror.
They're like, what country is that, Art? And you're like, I told you, the same one as Vladi.
It's called Vladi Divas.
Look it up.
That's where I'm from.
Sure.
From Brooklyn? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. I didn't know Blair Brown was in Fringe. I never really watched Fringe. I know it's a great show, but I never really watched it.
That's the girl that's in the where they're
the elevator
for the serial killers on Netflix. Mindhunter.
Don't worry, Albanian Dante. I deal with the Albanian sheep herder jokes since Twins. Oh, that's I understand.
Albanian.
Where's the
Sorry, Greeks have sheep herder jokes too. Dante, don't feel bad. Sorry.
I have corned beef tacos.
Are you thinking of Orange Is the New Black?
Oh, that was a good show for a little bit.
No.
Then it got crazy.
Of that? No.
Blair Brown, I remember, was on a Smallville episode where she claimed to be Clark's real birth mother.
Oh yeah,
I remember that one.
But she can't unless she's from space.
Well, that was the complication of the episode. That clearly she's wrong, but is she trying to scam the Kents, or is she crazy? What's going on? So yeah,
those B words are crazy, right?
Nice.
Well, the 9-year-old,
hilarious.
Hilarious.
Altered States.
Yeah, that's a good William Hurt movie. That was with the when William Hurt would go in the sensory deprivation tank and regress.
Yeah. His name is shortened. It used to be called William Hurts a lot, but they changed it.
Nice.
He was the one with Kathleen Turner in Heat of the Night. Or
Boot Heat.
No, what was it called? It was called
Boot Heat.
Heat.
No,
Boot
not
Heat.
Body Heat.
Body Heat. That's right. Body Heat. Yes.
Well, I used to go to the video store and see that, and I always thought it said Boot Heat, and I used to laugh.
Boot Heat.
And I could never rent it because she was romancing a stone girl, and I always wanted that, and Mom and Dad said no.
She was very sexy.
She was all
Body
naked, and they're running around all silly. I
She's
saw it years later. It was
she was naked everywhere.
Exactly. She had that great smoky voice, but it reminded me of what's his face in Coming to America. I just want to tear you apart.
It's a free lunch, boys.
You know who reminds me of that? You ever listen to Sirius XM, the 80s station?
Yeah.
Not Alan Hunter, not Mark Goodman.
Jim Hunter.
Nina Blackwood.
Yeah, she had a smoky voice too. Yeah.
Romancing the Stone.
What's your name, honey?
Yeah.
He said something real fast.
Oh, all right. So Dante wonders if the Blair Brown movie you're thinking of is Firstborn.
No, Altered States.
Okay,
what did Bixby say? He said something real quick. Beep, beep. That's what it looked like.
He said, Dr. David Banner.
Richard hurts a lot.
That's right.
That's what his name is when he first came
Booty
here.
Heat's a different movie already.
Booty Heat. Boots.
Can I read Booty Heat, please?
It's about pirates.
On beta?
It's pirates in Florida. Booty
Yar.
Yar, it's my booty.
Yar, Mickey Rourke plays an arsonist in our movie.
They used to yell out the name of the movie you just rented, too, as you were leaving the store. So they'd be yelling that out. Okay, Booty Heat is due back on Wednesday. Here you go, sir. Booty Heat. You just like this guy.
Did your video stores have that little room with like the X-rated movies, like a curtain?
Yeah, with the
people can watch it.
Allegedly, yeah.
When we were in high school, we saw like when we were kids, we had a basketball coach who was like a college kid. So when we were in high school, he was older, and we were there as high schoolers, my brother and I. Mm-hmm. And that guy walked out from back there, and we looked at each other. We're like, "That's that coach."
Was he wearing sweatpants?
We would try and sneak into that room to take the things off the shelf and put them on the shelf and outside.
Oh yeah,
so that people would see him and get freaked out.
Did you guys ever see the Woody Allen movie Sleeper? And he's trying to buy the Dirty Magazine, and he's like every time he tries to like buy it, an old lady looks at him. So he picks up Newsweek and all these different magazines. So he's up at the counter, and it's like, all right, we got Time, Newsweek, U.S. News and World Report. Hey, Charlie, how much is orgasm?
That's right.
It's not for me, you see. It's for my friend. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Woody Allen movies, but I remember that one where he's running down the street and the big boob is following him.
Everything you always want to know about sex, but if we're afraid to ask. Classic.
Or wasn't it Bananas with the boob? No.
No.
I remember
because it was
when he's a robot.
What's his face? Sleeper. Everything you always want to know about sex. John Carradine plays the mad scientist that grows the giant boob, and they catch her with a giant brassiere.
Yeah.
They only grew one?
Yes.
One boob.
But don't
and
work.
Groucho's mistress is in that movie. Everything you always want to know about sex, and Woody plays the insecure sperm that doesn't want to hit the target.
Isn't Burt Reynolds in that movie?
Yes, and so is Tony Randall. They work in the brain.
That's right.
All right, we're going again. We're gonna make babies.
I missed this movie,
but yeah, the girl in the outer world is Groucho's former mistress. I forget her name.
Aaron Fleming.
Aaron Fleming.
Barbara.
Fleming. Very good. Attaboy.
Barbara.
Yeah, it's not Barbara Walters.
Fleming. Barbara.
Yes, Wayne is correct. Bananas was the revolution. And yeah, here, yes.
Bananas. You guys are
one of the best scenes in Clerks is when Randall is ordering XXX movies while the mother is waiting for him to get off the phone. Yes, indeed. Yep.
Yeah.
That is a very funny movie.
I could quote some of that, but I'm not going to.
That guy, I think, is the funniest guy in the Kevin Smith movies, and I don't know why you never see him in movies other than Kevin
Jeff
Smith
Anderson. Is that his
name? Yes, you use him in all the movies, right? Anytime he's in a scene, it's good.
He was hilarious.
He was really good in Clerks too. He was the best part.
Kevin Smith
dancing.
He made a short movie for Kevin Smith. Used to make short movies for Jay Leno, and there was one where Dante and Randall are stuck in traffic. And Randall's like, I thought we were supposed to have the flying car by the end of the century and stuff. And it's a very funny conversation back and forth about the flying car. And it's very, very Clerks-esque.
Those two are more funnier than
Jay and Silent
Bob. Right?
I agree.
They're like the same dynamic, but better. Like real world comedy. Yeah.
Nobody yokoed their dynamic.
No, they didn't. No.
It's
They
true.
didn't have a chance to. Rosario Dawson tried to, but the rooftop dance scene saved her in that movie.
Did you ever see her at Comic-Con? Rosario Dawson?
Yeah, we met her twice.
Wow. What?
Yeah, she's beautiful, yeah.
What charisma. Seriously.
She had white hair. When we met her, she looked like, because she was just finished Sin City. She looked like that with the white hair.
Wow.
Yeah. I had my first Disney meeting in that hotel bar, and they wouldn't let me in because the celebrities were in there. The Wayans brothers were in there, and Rosario Dawson, a whole bunch of them.
See,
my Disney guy had to come out and get me.
My first San Diego in 2006, that's only how long I've been going. She was just at a normal Artist Alley's table because she was working with 10 Gauge Studios. Remember those guys? And she was like, she was the inspiration for one of their characters. So she was just sitting at their table. Mm-hmm. And oh my God, she was so nice and really just so magnetic. Seriously, I was just literally like, "Dah."
Yeah, you can tell when
some celebrities are like, they just have that. Like, I was walking in San Diego and I turned and I was immediately like zoned in on someone, and it was the Hayden Planetarium, that girl from Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, she's very tiny.
She's like this big. Yeah. She's like as big as this.
Like literally like 5 feet tall. Yeah.
She had that look, that glow, that yeah.
Well, I remember from one of Brother Bear's FX cons. That's where I met her.
FX con.
And but I was going to say that too about Malin Ackerman, who was Silk Spectre and Watchmen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! And also Jewel State from Firefly and Stargate Atlantis. She was just real like girl next door magnetism, and I like
Trisha Heffler.
Oh my God! Well, she's lovely.
She's like incredible looking.
Yeah.
I drew a sketch for one of the Wayans brothers. That's my third Wayans brothers reference today. But the two guys were there. The guys from the show, and we're cousins. That show, and they were with Rosie Perez, and Rosie Perez was talking to each table, and you could see Rosie Perez and a little extra Rosie Perez because she was wearing a yellow T-shirt that, anyway. But she was standing with the Wayans brothers, and when I looked up, I was looking at Rosie, and I looked at them, and I went, "Hey," and they went. They put their finger over their mouth, and I went.
They don't want to.
And they went, and I went like this, and I took a sketch out and drew them real funny. I drew them each with crayons at their clothes they're wearing. I gave them the sketches, and they looked at the sketches and laughed and cried. They went.
That's awesome. That's cool.
And then they called Rosie and they showed it, and she said something that they went and then they left. They high-fived and left.
Next time you run into Rosie, already talk boxing with her because she's a massive boxing fan.
I've seen her at her prime and her peak.
She knows her stuff. Petty Atlas had her on his podcast, and she was very good. And she knew exactly what she was talking about with boxing.
Yeah, it was cool.
I dislike her for the reason that I saw her in White Men Can't Jump. And with that accent, and when she was yelling at Woody Harrelson, "Come on, Billy, what you gonna do?" I'm like, that scene alone made me hate her for life.
That's why I like her, though.
She was on Jeopardy in that movie.
And that's right. Yep. And then I liked her in...
she could be a very nice woman, but that scene just turned me off to her so much. I'm like, ugh.
Well, I loved her in Do the Right Thing, of course, but also I liked her in Pineapple Express when she and Gary Cole were the cops.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. She was.
She was in the Harley Quinn in the Birds of Prey movie.
Yeah, Dante's right. Trisha Helfer is gorgeous and funny. Listen to her on the Battlestar Galactica cast. She's co-hosted by Mark Bernard and my buddy Mark. So good stuff.
My friend Bernard and Rockman.
He's a good man. He's no foamy Juan Kenobi. Let me get you know.
Nobody is.
Anakin. That should be the title of the episode. Foamy Juan Kenobi.
Yes. I wonder how Michael Hogan's doing.
You're goddamn right.
Michael Hogan. Artie, where were you?
Seriously, that is my favorite convention story.
Yeah, he's awesome.
That was fantastic. Seriously, we're all just like, Jesus, Artie, where you been? I've been looking for you for 3 days. Oh, Hogan, you're out of my friends. And we're all like, what? Yeah. What?
He was recently in Man in the High Castle.
You're goddamn right. He was. He does a lot of Canadian television because he's like the Spencer Tracy of Canadian television.
So. I like Spencer Tracy.
It's a nice guy. We spent that whole night with him outside the hotel.
You were supposed to be the soapy one.
The chosen one.
You got to put soap in now.
The soapy one.
Yeah.
The soapy one.
You were supposed to be the soapy one.
You're my brother.
I agree with Anthony. Rosario's probably the most beautiful person I've met in person. All President Company. So I understand. Believe me.
Yeah.
Boy, I'd like to.
Yeah, there's when the celebrity is when there's somebody special, like somebody on TV, and that's how I met Green Arrow. Just walked up to him, said, "You're the most handsome man in the room. I know you're on TV." And he goes, "I'm Green Arrow." And I said, "Wow." And he said, "You want a picture with me?" I said, "Yes, I do." And that was it. I got to the most handsome.
When we were going to walk the red carpet, and then we didn't.
Yeah.
And remember, they were keeping us there in the holding pen.
Yeah.
They're like, "We want you to walk down the red carpet." And I said to them, "Why?" Mm-hmm. And they're like, "Well, because everybody's walking." We're like, "All right." So we stood there, and then they realized that we were
not famous.
Yeah, we're not famous. So why are we having these guys walk? So like, just move over here and then let these guys through. And I literally bumped into Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Literally, I walked into him and I looked at him. I'm like, my first words to him were, my God, you're gorgeous.
He said, hello.
He was, because he was beautiful.
Thanks, mate.
Being honest.
No.
I met the pizza guy from Home Alone at a convention once.
Yeah.
He was
like
just
this
walking
story.
by. Yeah, he was not there as a guest. He was at Wizard World in Rosemont.
He literally was picking up the pizza instead.
Yeah, I guess he lives in the area, and he walked past me, and then he turned around and came back to me, and he looked like a wrestler. He had like this black sweatsuit on.
He came back because he thought you were Justin Timberlake.
Well, he started talking to me, and he's like, "Do I know you from somewhere?" And I'm like,
See?
I don't know. He goes, "Were we in a movie together, maybe?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Coming on to you, dude.
Maybe we were. And he was. He goes, "Well, I was the pizza guy from Home Alone." And he looked nothing like, I don't know if you guys remember what the pizza guy from Home Alone.
I don't even remember what he looks like. Anyone can say that. You could tell me you were the pizza guy. And
He's a good catch.
Yeah. Well, I knew who he was talking about.
You filthy animal.
Yeah. I remember the pizza guy. And
that's the gangster movie. Keep the change, you filthy.
Yeah, but that's the scene where he delivers the pizza.
Yeah.
Right. So the guy, the pizza guy's talking to me, and then he goes, he said something like, "Are you single?" And I'm like, "No." And he goes, "Oh, too bad." And he walks away.
Wow. Nice.
He was trying to Jones on some JT action there.
Danny Warhol is the pizza guy from Home Alone.
Yeah, Danny. He said his name was Danny.
Stand by. You got a picture?
We took a picture together.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry, I'm.
Did you get it blown up, and is it on the inside of your shower curtain?
That was
It's on
funny.
my ceiling above my bed.
Yeah, you should have told the guy when he says, "Are you single?" Then you say, "Well, that all depends." Is that him? That's him.
Yeah, but when I met him, he had long hair and a full beard.
Is he thick?
And it was real thick.
He's large.
Yeah,
he's a large, thick man.
He's like Tootie. He got big.
That big.
My brother was the pizza guy from Home Alone for Halloween one year, so I told Danny this. Danny was really excited about that.
You get the pizza guy from Home Alone as the middle spot in chat. Is he on Cameo? That's a good question.
We should find him. Yeah,
call him up.
Mitch from Terrificon is talking to me about various celebrities, and he goes, "You know who's available?" I don't know. He goes, "You wouldn't want him." I go, "Who?" And he goes, "The guy who plays Slim Pickens' assistant in Blazing Saddles." And I forget the guy's name. I'm like, I love that guy. I go, he is funny in every. I go, he's in Fletch. He's in a ton of things. He's great. And he goes, I think I can get him for you. I'm like, I would absolutely have a conversation with that guy. I'm like, he's worked with so many great directors. I'm like, I'm sure he's got a ton of stories. Burton something.
Burton Ernie.
His name. Yeah,
Bernard.
Tim Burton. Burton Ernie. Exactly.
Burton Ernie.
Bernard
Rockman.
Timur Burtney.
I want to get him, and I want to get Robert, and I can't think of his name. Robert Loggia. As in, are you Robert Loggia? O as in, it must be Robert Loggia. G, I thought it was Robert Loggia.
O as in Loggia. G as in Loggia.
No, it's G as G. I thought you looked like Robert Loggia. He keeps doing it. I love that. I forget his last name, but he played Bullock in the Batman animated series.
Yeah, I like that. City Slickers.
Scoot. Yeah. I love him because of City Slickers in the show and tell scene.
Yeah.
So I got 2,000 pounds of goddamn crane. I got to get off this woman's legs. So
and all the kids clap because they love his story.
So I pick up the crane, and Ernesto's able to drag her out, and the doctor saves her legs. Doesn't legs. He say
something about superhuman strength?
Yeah, he's like, in very stressful times, you get like superhuman strength.
I was lifting up the car.
Exactly. Artie, I was looking for. Because I was up, of course, till like the crack of dawn one night, as you know, vampire hours.
Yeah.
And I was in a YouTube rabbit hole, and I was watching the Incredible Hulk behind-the-scenes documentary that comes with the DVD box set. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it's got to be streaming somewhere. The only place you can watch all 5 seasons of the Incredible Hulk right now is NBC.com. Not even on Peacock.
I found them on the Roku. I streamed them on there.
Did you?
Yeah, they're on there. They're it's an old channel. It's a channel. They have $6 Million Man. They have Buck Rogers. They have Wonder Woman.
That's got to be Universal.
They have Charlie's Angels. They have all the old shows. Bionic Woman's on there. They have them all on there. And I was watching.
All right, next time you find that channel, text me the name of the channel.
Yeah, I was
because I only found it online, like on my laptop, NBC.com.
Because I was telling the kids that when we were kids, we didn't have multiple viewings of things. If it was on, you missed it, you had to wait like 8 months for reruns to come back so you could watch it again. But I said, but luckily, every episode, every TV show that started, you knew the story in the opening. Like you see $6 Million Man, the opening told you, and then Incredible Hulk told you, and Buck Rogers told you, even the Dukes of Hazzard told you what it's all about. And so I spent a day just going through all the opening sequences and showing them with the kids. And they said they should. Why don't they do that now? And I said, I don't know. But you didn't need to know.
It's easy to get the stuff now. That's why.
You didn't
Gilligan's Island. Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah, they're all in the opening. It brings you up to date. It's like what happened so far. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mary Tyler Moore.
Mm-hmm. Yes. The Janet Show.
The Janet Show. That's right. On November 13th, Felix Ungo left his place of residence by request. Yeah. That request came from his wife. I love that. Ted Cassidy, one of the Bigfoot actors, does that opening there.
Second guy.
Yeah.
There was 3, I think, altogether.
They tested him to be the Hulk because he was so gigantic, and he was and even though he was really giant, he was really thin. So he was thin compared to Ferrigno. So even though Ferrigno was shorter, had the body. Sweet Lou.
Lou looks just as good as the digital guys. You could put him in the movie now. They should put him in. And
yes, Dante, the original Battlestar Galactica. Also, yes, that's right. Now, those that say that humankind descended from the stars.
Yeah, I found out too. Yeah, the best is the Buck Rogers opening.
In the year 1987. That's William Conrad. Yeah. That's canon. And
Jake we saw that. Jake. And the kids actually said, "Can we watch that now?" Yeah,
that's my favorite Norm Macdonald bit. Hey, imagine William Conrad's agent. Hey, William. Good news. I got a part for you in a show called Jake and the Fat Man. Bad news. You're not Jake.
Well, they did a skit about that on Family Guy where he's sitting in a chair and Joe Penny, who is the other guy, comes in and says, "Oh, there's been a murder," and he goes, "What? What do you think? What do you think the murder weapon was?" Or something.
Bryan Cranston said one of his first significant roles was as a supporting player on a Jake and the Fat Man episode, and he had to do a whole scene with William Conrad, and all the scenes where the camera is on Bryan Cranston. He's like, Conrad didn't even stay. He left, and the stand-in, the fat stand-in was actually Jake the Fat Man's bald head. And he's just he didn't give a damn anymore. I'll be in my trailer.
Yeah. He did a commercial something. Didn't he do a commercial sitting in a chair?
William Conrad?
Yeah, he do. I remember him in commercials.
I don't know about
turn his head and say something. Maybe a cigar commercial or something.
There used to be the local show, The Cup Show, with Irv Cupson, the great Sun-Times columnist. And I remember they had a panel of celebrities, and two of the celebrities were Bill Cosby and William Conrad. And at the end of the show, Cosby reaches over and grabs William Conrad's gut and just shakes it like it's a watermelon. Just and Conrad's it was fantastic.
I'm going to kill you later. Yeah,
exactly. I'm sure he was mortified, but he had to all right, everyone's gonna. If I don't laugh at myself, everyone's gonna think I'm a jerk. Hey, look, I'm messing with canon. You see,
backwards cup is puke.
Hey, I have a mug from the Cup Show. The coffee cup. That's right.
I was just gonna say, I just saw that episode of Stargirl, and I happened to catch the credit as it flashed by. I'm like, oh, Lou Ferrigno's in this, and I watched the whole episode, and Lou Ferrigno wasn't in it.
Oh no,
but apparently it's his son.
Yeah, Junior.
He plays the Lou Ferrigno I thought was going to show up. Didn't show. Oh, Sweet Lou is in this episode.
He's sitting at a empty convention somewhere at a table right now.
Is his son named Lou?
Yeah, he's Lou Ferrigno Jr. He plays Hourman. He plays Rick Tyler.
Nice.
The legacy Hourman. Yeah.
That's cool.
I found my picture, guys, of me with Danny the pizza guy.
Okay, put it up big. Put it up big. Hold on. Put it up big.
Okay, sharing.
What are you drinking,
Franco? Bigger, Johnny.
Share. All right, here we go.
All right. Let's see it.
Oh, there it is. Excuse me.
Oh,
yeah.
You look appropriately scared.
Yeah, that guy does look like he would, ask you on a date.
He looks like he's from like Back to the Future Part 2, like the future.
Marty!
Yeah, he looks like he's from that future.
I thought he was a wrestler.
I was going to say he looks like a wrestling manager. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He was all fancy, yeah.
That's very funny.
You've never taken a picture with me like that, Mike.
Well, maybe next time. Maybe next time I see you.
Look.
Wait, stand by.
Is this the part of the show where things start going crazy?
I didn't know those existed.
He's back.
It's so weird.
Oh my God.
It's a mythical creature.
It's so weird.
It's him.
I've never heard it speak before.
Oh dear.
Actually,
that's
Lou's
pretty
son Rex
terrifying.
Tyler? Is he the original Iron Man? I thought he was Rick.
Oh dear.
I don't know what just happened.
The Googe.
I'm terrified.
Mm.
I like it.
I needed an oil bath.
Uh-oh.
So
He's back,
that's
ladies and
going to be
gentlemen.
great.
Either that or he's, again, Henchman 23 from the Venture Brothers. No!
Oh no.
I look like Ray Romano.
Oh,
Where
no.
there?
Oh,
That's
no.
not true, John.
That's impossible.
Well, thanks for coming.
Even on his eyes.
Should we wrap? Or
Yeah, I have to go get my girl.
Yeah.
All right.
I have to go pick her up. She's texting
did
me.
2 hours.
Yeah, we did good.
I gotta go to
2:11,
sleep.
24.
Yeah.
Where's Negin at?
Gucci Nana.
Graduation, son's
He's sitting in
graduation.
front of a window somewhere.
So he's virtually, he's virtually killing vampires at a graduation.
Dry roasting vampires, yeah. Hot barbecue.
That's his want.
Dry roasting.
He's like, son, I'm so proud of you. Yeah, I have no idea what you just said. I don't know. So, all right,
Yeah.
follow us when you see us.
Yeah, follow us when you see us. If we start running, just run gently, like jog, so we don't want to frighten us.
There might be a word balloon live tomorrow night with Fred Van Lente, Kevin Van Lente, his brother, his evil twin, Lex Van Lente.
Lex Christ.
Am I going to be on the episode too?
Francis, you read my mind. Do you want to play trivia with me and Freddie?
Oh, I'm actually being asked.
I meant to ask you
What
earlier
time?
in the week.
What
Huh?
time? What time?
I've got a John Cleese thing that I have to watch at
Hello.
8:00 your time, so it may not start till 9. Hopefully, Freddie will be available to do that.
Do you guys want the pizza guy from Home Alone? Because I can get him for you.
I have no doubt. No, we don't want to. We're not going to send you on the road as bait, Scope. That's all right.
It's possible. I'm doing a live video with Brother Bear at the store because we're auctioning off Adam Hughes and his wife Allison Sohn were so
Did they
nice
two of
to
them?
send us.
That's what it was
No,
over,
they
but all right.
sent us a whole bunch of items to auction off to help out the store. So we're doing a live auction
Yeah, that's awesome.
tomorrow. So
Okay.
if I get back in time, I'll let you know.
Okay, and I
Gotta get
gotta make sure
in
that
time.
I gotta make sure that Freddie can do it an hour later because I was all set and I forgot. I signed up for a Famio with John Cleese. I
Yeah.
thought that today was the meet and greet, and there was a meet and greet scheduled for today, but I've been scheduled for the July 25th meet and greet. But he's doing a live concert. Part of the package was you get an exclusive performance by Mr. Cleese telling untold stories. And I'll be watching that during the 7:00 hour.
I bet he listens to
During
the
the
pod.
Key and Peel.
Oh, yes. I'm a big
probably
fan
does.
of Word Balloon.
Love the Oya podcast. I love Yoko chips.
I bet if we asked Jamie Farr to be on, he would just be on.
Well, that's
instead of doing the
that's why,
cameo
man.
thing.
I think we
What
got
does
to
he
do.
get for a cameo? $50? If we
It's
offer him
$100.
$100,
It's $100 that he gets.
100, yeah.
I'll buy him
Is
some
he?
coffee.
Curly
is
G
it 100? I
charges
thought it was
20 now.
50.
No.
A bucket of Harold.
Let's offer him $100 and he'll come on the show.
Kevin Conroy's only animated Batman's only $55.
Hey, that'd be cool.
Oh, really?
Yep.
How about Dean Cain? We need him.
Yeah, we don't need him. That's
No? Oh, I'll get him a bucket of
No, we
Harold
don't need
for
him.
him to come
That's
on.
all right. That's
Maybe
right.
just-
Yeah, everybody needs Dean Cain. I love
Dean
Dean
Cain.
Cain.
We could get
He's my Superman. Always will be.
we could get Chevy Chase. He's only $500
On Cameo or Famio?
That's only $5 each.
on Cameo.
Really?
$100, Art.
Jabbar is
That'd be
$600 for
I get
Kareem.
LeVar Burton. He knows me.
Yeah, he knows about Harold's too.
Mm-hmm. He has my
Help
card.
out.
He told me I'm going to have to use this one day and put it in his pocket.
Reading Rainbow.
Yes.
Mhm.
Sean Astin
Listen.
knows us too.
Yeah.
On the
He has
next
my
show, On the next show, everybody get ready. We'll tell ghost stories.
Ghost stories, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, vampires died during this episode. It says.
Oh, I would love Tom Welling.
Bucket of Heralds. I'll do that. I might get Bixby on here for Bucket of Heralds.
We should get Tom Welling if we're gonna get any young Superman. I would say Tom Welling over
a young Clark Kent.
I understand. Yes.
There's a youthful lad.
They're good people, Kal-El.
He's nice and thick and strong too.
That's nice. That's awesome, Hobbit. Very cool.
Nice.
I don't know what he said.
Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Happy. Yeah. Well, is it going to be that long till we do another show? Could be, actually. You're right about that. Yeah. It's a week from Saturday, so that's a good point.
It's like 2 days, yeah.
But we'll do a couple next week to catch up before the holiday.
Okay.
But
yeah.
Follow us when you see us. I like Pink very much, Lois.
Be nice to each other. Stop crying.
I like Pink very much, Lois.
Don't sleep in the subway, darling.
Say what again, Yolanda?
Follow me, Anakin. Follow me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Be nice to each other. Stay home from school. Don't go to school. Don't drink the cooties.
Yes.
You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye-bye.